It's been a minute. Welcome to Tokyo Drift, the coverage with TXT Track Time for the World Athletics Championships, Tokyo 2025. Okay, I can't play too much of it. Copyright! I can't afford to be copyrighted, right? But that being said, I'm excited to be back. I forgot how to go live, really and truly. So I'm like a fish out of water, trackies. So please don't come for me. But for the most part, I'm absolutely excited to be here. Be here, back live. I see Sanchez in the building. Please sound off and let me know who is here with me so I can give y'all a shout out. And then, of course, we can jump into the program. The World Athletics Championships has already begun. They're doing the road walk, right? So, with that being said, we have a little bit of time to catch up, right, before we get into the meat of the action, right? So I'm seeing, as I said, Sanchez, blessings. Hi, T James, what's good? Is there a race tonight? So from a Jamaican perspective, we're looking forward to seeing Samantha Hall representing the discus throw and also the mixed 4x400 meters. I'll give you a bit more as it relates to what to look forward to after I do my haze, right? Who else is here with me? I see no worries. What's good? Hey Denisha, what's happening? I'm back. Hey Jordan, what's good? Hey Hask. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing some familiar names. Miss Powell, what's good? Thank you. I appreciate your support. Hey JJ. Hey Barnsley. Hey Lakeisha. Yeah, finally, it's been so guys, it's like a year. Literally, it's been a year since I've gone live. It's crazy. Too many technical issues, but I'm thankful to be here nonetheless. So yeah, we're back and we're banging. Hey Tony. Uh greetings, Elaine, big sister. 100%. Hey Philbert, what's good? Yeah, I know y'all missed the lives, Has, but life happens and you just have to pick yourself up. And I did my best, so I'm here. So yeah, I'm grateful. Hey Shanoy, what's up? Hey Martin. Hey Angela. Hey Vintage Couture. Hey, oh, I said hey to JJ already. Hey, back at you. So hey guys, I see 128 people here already. Oh my gosh. Listen, I wasn't expecting to see so many people here because I'm like, y'all probably forgot about me. But I'm so thankful. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Tokyo 2025. We're back in Tokyo and this is Tokyo Drift. So, without further ado, let's get into today's action. So, what I'm going to do first and foremost is tell you what to look forward to today. So, on this program coming up, as I said, they're doing the walk right now. So that is the males, and that is a 35-kilometer race walk, right? So that's what's on now, and then also the for the women as well. So both of them are running concurrently, the men and the women, right? So again, if you have interest, certainly I have no idea what's going on in the race walk, so I can't really give you any info on it. Apologies, maybe I need to get to know all the events in track and field, right? My bad. Now, coming up at 9 o'clock Jamaica time. No, sorry, 7 o'clock Jamaica time. That is the discus throw qualification for women group A. And then at I just want to make sure I'm not mixing up the times. At 8:55, discuss thorough qualification B. Now I believe Samantha Hall comes up in group B. So first action on the track, 8:55 Jamaica time, Samantha Hall discuss through qualification. Also coming up as well is the men's shot put. Yeah, sad times when it comes to the shot put. Unfortunately, we don't have an entrance there, right? But let's hope that we have some more athletes come through. Yeah, and the conveyor belt because we have a lot of young athletes. So eventually we'll have some more athletes come through in the discus, in the shot put, sorry, to represent Team Jamaica. Also coming up as well is the men's 100-meter preliminary round. So no Jamaicans will be there in for this particular part of the competition, but we'll be enjoying it nonetheless. And as I said, closing things out, we will have the mixed 4x4 relay, and this comes up at 9:55. Now, I also want to tell you what time we begin tomorrow morning, right? And also these times are all from Jamaica, right? So if you're not in Jamaica, then you may have to convert it based on your location. Right now, my time is 6:36. So depending on your time zone, just make the adjustments. Now we begin at 4:05. At least that's when the action begins. I believe I may come on maybe a half an hour before the stream, but you all will see that on YouTube what time the stream will begin. And yeah, we'll be ready for action tomorrow morning. Yeah, and yeah, it's championship time. So the athletes, there's nothing more to change. It's go time now, and we are absolutely excited to see what will be coming up. Um, I want to also give y'all an update as well, but let me get through a couple more of the comments here. Um, Jamaica for the win, absolutely. Hey Angela, I think I said hey Angela already. I'm not sure. Hey Rebecca. Hey Dell. Hey Sammy. It's the most wonderful time. Yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, there are 254 people here. Hey guys, welcome. Please hit the like button. Do not forget to hit the like button once you're here so that more people can know that we're back live. Hey Ray, will it be aired on One Spot Media? Yes, it's currently going on One Spot Media. So if you're in Jamaica, they have broadcast rights for the World Championships. So watch it on One Spot Media, which is TVJ Sports Network, and all their radio stations. Hey Drew, what's good? Hey Debbie, what's good? So I want to give you all an update, and this is something that came through from TVJ's perspective, right? So there's the concern when it comes to the men and the 4x100 meters. Now there's a lot of talks as it relates to whether or not Brian Level will be a part of the men's 4x100 meters. Of course, originally when the team was announced, he was not a part of the relay pool. Now, a lot of people, didn't understand my perspective when I was, losing my mind, because I know Jamaica, and I know that when you don't see an athlete in the relay pool, you pretty much have a block road to get them to be a part of the relays. Now, a few people mentioned, oh, you all remember what happened in 2017. Yes, I vividly went through 2017. I remember we had to practically protest to get Omar McLeod on that relay team. So, yes, even though you can use any athlete that is a part of the team to be a part of the relay and doesn't necessarily have to be in the relay pool, we know how Team Jamaica runs things. So the moment I didn't see Brian Level, I said there is trouble. And track is, of course, there is trouble. Now I got this information some time ago, but I was kind of keeping my fingers crossed that the best would work out at the end of the day. But yes, sometimes I'm delusional, trackies, and it is what it is. So trouble seemed to have reared its head when it came to Brian Level's participation at the World Relays for the 4x100 meters. Not sure exactly what happened, but there's something that happened. And apparently, Brian Level doesn't want to be a part of the relay until that issue is rectified. Now, as I said, some new information coming through from TVJ's and they tried to speak to Brian Level about it. They tried to speak to his coach as well, but they did not respond. As things stand right now, though, Brian Level, since he got to the camp, has not turned up to be a part of anything really related, right? So given the fact that it's a relay and you literally have to practice with all the other athletes that are competing, you can't just turn up and run. He's also a young athlete as well, so it means that he's not as seasoned as some of the other athletes that you may give a pass and say, okay, if they weren't a part of the relay practice session, they may still be able to be competent, right? So given the fact that he has not made himself available any at all, right, it means that unfortunately Brian Level will not be competing in the men's 4x100 meters. And this actually is for the best trackies, because if he hasn't practiced with them to this point, then at this particular moment, then it seems as though it may never happen, because at the end of the day, again, we want fluidity, right? You want to make sure that the athletes have some level of working together happening there with the relays. And if he's not practicing, then yeah, more than likely he's not going to be a part of the relay. And as I said, I'm not against it because he's not practicing with the team. No, this is where I have an issue though. they said that Brian Lavelle hasn't made himself available any at all when it comes to, getting the team qualified for the 4 by 100 meters. And I call cap on that. I call lies, because Brian Lavelle did make himself available to represent Jamaica at the World Relays. They put him on the mixed 4 by 100 meters. That is where he competed. So the narrative and the notion that is floating around there that he hasn't made himself available, in my opinion, is a lie. Now, as it relates to the other, relay, qualifications that came up, given the fact that the issue happened at the World Relays and it wasn't rectified, then he hasn't made himself available since then. And we're at the World Championships now, and yeah, he still hasn't made himself available. So unfortunately, it seems as though, as I said, he will not be competing in the men's 4x1. And on one hand, as I said, it's tough that he won't be competing, but on the other hand, I get it, because we don't want any spills at this particular moment. We want our team to go out there and run competitively. And sometimes as well, it's not necessarily the fastest man out there that will be able to run, the best leg. We've seen with Michael Freighter over the years. I've credited him so much, especially when it comes to the men's 4 by 100 meters. That world record set in 2012, he did his thing on the backstretch, and he was by no stretch of the imagination the fastest man on the team. Actually, I think in 2012 he was probably the slowest man on the team, and he did the biggest job on that leg on the backstretch. So with that being said, I think, the likes of Ryan Ford, we've seen them, practicing. So he will be able, in my opinion, to be competent enough to give us a solid, third leg. And that still keeps us in the runnings for gold, right? But it will be challenging, trackies. Make no mistakes about it. It will be challenging, but we just have to put our best foot forward at this particular point and, yeah, hope for the best. You know what I mean? Good vibes is what we're looking for. So yeah, we really want to continue that throughout. Um, let's see. Let's see what the comments are. Hey guys that are new to the stream, I see 319 people here. Welcome. Please hit the like button if you're here so that more people can know that we are here, right? I don't even remember where I see the likes on this thing actually. But I soon start complaining and telling you all there are 300 and odd people here. Why is there only one like? All right. So yes, it's gonna be on Television Jamaica. It's on Television Jamaica right now. Well, I'm watching from One Spot Media. So if you don't have One Spot Media, I'm not sure what's going on TV's side, but if you go on One Spot Media, you will see it. Um, I don't watch along for the big races. I'm confused, Jordan. I'm doing a watch along. Oh, you're doing a watch along for the big races. Okay, that's good. I'm not sure of your platform though. Um, hey T, what's up, Lady? Bless up the Jamaican athletes. Yes, blessings to them. We're wishing them absolutely all the best. Um, it's on One Spot Media. Yes, it is. You didn't like what they did to him at World. He didn't like what they did at World. They put him on the mixed relay. Right. So they put him on the mixed relay, and it has been downhill from a communication perspective since then, it seems. So I'm hoping somebody, aka Dre 3A's, because you need to be the bigger people here, reach out to Brian Lavelle, see if he can mend whatever fence is broken, so that next time around we can have him competing with the A team. You know what I mean? Because we don't want this to continue. I don't want Brian Lavelle to not be a part of the relay. And I know people say, well, not people, the athletes say the relays don't really benefit them, overall. And I get that. But it's a good thing when you can look at your career at the end of the day and see, maybe 10 medals, you know what I mean? And knowing that, half of those medals came from competing as well with the 4x1. It's a good look to me, you know what I mean? So yeah, from a Jamaican perspective, we enjoy it, and I'm hoping that our athletes can be a part of it. At least the athletes that should be a part of it. You know what I mean? Um, you can link me your channel or put your channel in the link for sure, Jordan. And Chucky's support Jordan's channel. Um, I agree. He helped the mixed relay team to qualify at Worlds, right? But it wouldn't be for the World Championships. There's not going to be the mixed relays for the 4 by 100 meters contested at the World Championships. It comes up at the World Challenge meeting that comes up in 2026. That's where they'll be contesting it for the first time. So look out for it then. But as things stand right now, I'm not sure why they're saying he didn't make himself available. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Um, The good news is we can still win gold without level. Right. That is the good news. The good news is we still have competent enough athletes to run effectively enough to give us gold, right? But it will not be easy. It's gonna be tough. USA will be right there. Also, you're looking out, for South Africa, Canada will be there, Japan will be there. So it will not be easy, but we're still wishing, the guys all the best. They have the quality to do it. So I'm hoping that they get it done. Um, when do the track events begin? So the first track event, let me go back to the actual schedule. So the first track event begins at 9:23 p.m. and that's when the 100 meters for the preliminary for the men, the preliminary round begins. Too many people are not at their best this year. It's a pretty young team. You know, um, Tunnel Vision. It's a pretty young team. So I don't want to say they're not at their best. They're just coming through the ranks for the most part, right? Some the stalwarts will pretty much be, out, going forward. Even if you look at the field events, all these guys are really young. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty young team, and some of them, especially when you look at the field event side too, some of them coming off injuries, but I don't think it's as bad as people think. I think the team is, pretty strong, and I think we can, if we perform, well, then yeah, things can go well for Jamaica. I don't want any negative vibes, guys. The mixed relays doesn't contest, right? So the mixed relays will not be contested at this World Championships. Correct. Button changes are key because speed, force, yeah, it's the button changes will be crucial. So we can't mess that up. So at this point, track is it's a done deal that he won't be on it. It's sad, but them need to sort it out. They need to fix it post haste. Um who do you think is getting the bronze? Shelly, Tina, or Sharika? Stats tell us Tina, right? But I'm getting a good vibe. Let's put it that way. And this is something I talked about in a video where I said, Steve needs a genius. You know what I mean? Steve Francis, that is. And of course, they all cussed me and said, no, her coach is Paul. I was like, I know. You know what I mean? But anyway, I do think that if you go back to 2021 and you think about the type of year that Elaine Thompson Hero was able to have after coming back from injury and watching the moves with Sherika Jackson this season, it's hinting at Sherika Jackson giving us a surprise. It's hinting at Sherika Jackson being able to come back and possibly run into 10-7s. And if she does that, it definitely makes things very interesting for the 100 meters. But not only the 100 meters, it makes things interesting for the 200 meters because in case y'all forgot, Sharika doesn't need to be 10-6 to run, 21-7, even 21-6 in the 200. Remember, her best is 21-4-1. So really and truly, she just needs to potentially get to 21-7 slash maybe even 6 if it gets that fast, right? And after 3 rounds, the girls may not run that fast. You know what I mean? Maybe 21-7 is where gold comes in. So Sharika Jackson can give us that 21-7 without being a 10-6 Sharika Jackson. So that's the crazy part about it. So I'm really interested to see how Sharika Jackson turns up because the moment I spot her in the heats, I'm going to go, aha. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to, say to y'all, yes, Sharika Jackson is getting gold in the women's 200. Listen, the St. Lucians are going to come for me. I've had my St. Lucian track fan base, killing me recently. It is what it is, guys. There's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? But that's just how I feel. I feel like Sharika Jackson is gonna come in with a good, like a surprise. Where am I in this chat? I don't even know. I'm lost. You have to sign up though. It's free. For One Spot Media, you just need to create an account. Once you're in Jamaica, you watch it free. And again, if you're not in Jamaica, you will not be able to see their stream because they only have broadcast rights for Jamaica. So if you're outside of Jamaica, then you can't watch on One Spot Media. unless you go the other route, and we all know I'm not going to be mentioning that here. Julian, Melissa, Tina, Dina, Talu. Okay. um it's on Peacock. I don't think it's going to be on NBC this year. I think it's Flow Track. A Flow Track I bring it. I think a Flow Track is bringing it. I think so. I'm not sure. I think it's Flow Track. um when is the male 100-meter heat? So the preliminary comes up tonight, right? And then after the preliminary, the heats for the men's 100 meters and women's 100 meters comes up tomorrow morning. So at 4:55 a.m. we will have the women's 100-meter heats, and then at 6:35 a.m. the men come on track, and then they run the mixed 4x4 relay tomorrow morning as well. So that will be the only final. No, that's not the only final. That's the only final that Jamaicans will be in tomorrow. Again, what's on TV? That is the race walk. So your name, yeah, race walk. So from a Jamaican perspective, nothing happening yet. Kishane should start and oblique end, but that was when I thought level would be on the relay. Um, it would be, it's, at this particular point, the relay setup isn't changing, guys. So we just have to work with it. It's pointless, going over what we believe the order will be. We know it's going to be Akeem Blake to oblique Civil to probably what's his name, Ryan Ford to Kishane Thompson. Yeah, the internet is fixed, guys. I had to end up, getting the whole Starlink package. This was recommended to me from last year. Funny track is, you see, when people recommend things to you, do it when they tell you, because, well, not all the time. But listen, if I'd listened from way back then, track is, I wouldn't have been, put through it this year with this whole internet situation. And guess what? Starlink decided to more than double the price. And I'm like, hippie. So I almost paid $100,000 to get Starlink, and I'm like, yay! I'm so happy. If Sharika runs under 1080, she will win the 200. Even if it's a 1080 low, guys, think about Daphne Shippers 2015. Even though Beijing is a fast track, and I don't believe her personal best has ever dipped into 10.7 anyway. I think it's 10.81 or something like that is her personal best, right? Or maybe 82. But she was able to run 21 point 63 right back in 2015. And then again, if you look at majority of the athletes over the years, even if you look at a VCB as well, Veronica Campbell Brown, when you look at the 100-meter personal best versus the 200-meter personal best, you don't necessarily have to be running, crazy 10.7s to be able to clock a really fast time in the 200 meters, right? So, and even Elaine, if you go back to 2015, same thing, right? She didn't dip into 10.7s yet, and she was running, 21.66. So you don't have to be 10.7 to run 21.6. And Sharika Jackson, as the second fastest athlete in the world, doesn't need to be there. What I need Sharika Jackson to do is show me that she's healthy and fit enough to go. And once I see that, I'm gonna be gold. I think Shane on the last leg, Akeem start oblique second leg. Wait, I think he's Shane on the last leg. Akeem starts oblique. Well, that's the order now. Um, the word is that Shakiri is doing really good things in training. Don't count her out for bronze. I want to see how she actually looks in that first round. Well, then again, she kind of has a deceptive running style, so it may be hard to gauge her same way. But I'm gonna see what she comes with in the heats. She comes up against Sherika Jackson, so it's gonna be interesting to see how she navigates that. And then I'll see, whether or not it's a good bronze for Jamaica or not. But given what Tina has shown this season, unless Shakiri, shows some ridiculous rate of improvement. I don't necessarily see her taking down, Atina. You know what I mean? So let's see. T, how would you order the 4 by 100 meter for both men and women? Men. The order is pretty much set in stone, Tracky. So nothing we do is going to change that. But I was, thinking that maybe we could have Kishan on start, right? And the only reason I'm saying start is because he doesn't have experience, with navigating the baton by, receiving it plus passing it. So we're not going to run that risk to have an athlete that has zero experience doing that on the backstretch. I probably prefer him on backstretch eventually, but for now, since the experience isn't there, I'd probably rather him on start. Uh, Akeem Blake is who I would actually put on second. And this isn't necessarily to, maybe increase a lead, but kind of give us what a Michael Freighter used to give us. You know what I mean? A solid set of hands that will be able to maintain whatever you gave him. You know what I mean? And that's what you're really looking for. And that's my thought process when it comes to Akeem. I really like Rohan Watson. He's very, very good with the baton. Would put him on the third leg any day. Also, Ryan Ford would put him on the third leg any day as well. They're really good on the relay, but I think Rohan Watson is a tad better. But I know how these things go. It's based on time, so they're probably not going to be thinking of putting him over a Ryan Ford. Let's see, but I kind of do rate him above Ryan Ford. Um, and then Anchor Oblique Seville, right? I believe that there's some people that are really good relay runners, and I think he's one of them. I think if you're left up to an anchor leg and you have Akani Simbine, Andre de Grasse, Noah Lyles, you're gonna need somebody that is just as effective running an anchor with them, or they're gonna fly away and leave you. Even if they're behind you, there's a possibility of them running past you. You know what I mean? That's how good they are on anchor. So you need somebody that's just like that as well. And I think Oblique Seville, has shown those type of tendencies and capabilities. So I would say put him on anchor. But again, that's not what's gonna happen, guys. So it is what it is. Oh, the women. Women, okay. Interesting because Taekwondo Tracy said something to me interesting with his setup, and I don't disagree actually. You know what I mean? Because my setup would be Sherika Jackson, and I'm not saying Sherika Jackson because I think Sherika Jackson is the best starter. I'm saying this because Sherika doesn't have any experience anywhere else, right? So it's either that or anchor. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put Sherika in the middle of a relay because, again, that's two passes. I'm not risking that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it starts. Shelly and Fraser Price, to me, the most experienced athlete, the athlete that the baton never slows down with. We saw her in 2023. Yes, she lost out to TT Terry, but that's because she picked up an injury. But if you watch that first 50 meters of what Shelly Fraser Price did, she blew TT Terry out of the water. She was gone. It was ridiculous how she sped off. You know what I mean? And that's the type of athlete, that I love seeing on the backstretch. The problem is that Shelly Fraser Price, out of the athletes that are competing for us, is probably the slowest given what we saw so far this season. But actually, she's been talking her game. I saw her in a few interviews and she's like, she's in great shape. She feels good. Training has been going well. So I'm like, okay, good. You know what I mean? Shelly Fraser Price can possibly give us that one pop. So outside of her competing in the 100 meters, I would probably only save her for the finals. I wouldn't have her running the heats. You know what I mean? Because they had her running the heats and the finals in 2024. And by the time not 2024, in 2023. And by the time she got to the finals, she didn't have no legs left. I'm going to save that one pop for the finals. And we probably just try to figure out navigating the heats, without her, that kind of thing. But if she turns up in 10-8 shape, or I think she's still good enough to run on backstretch, right? um where does that leave me? Oh, Tina, right? On, is it Tina? Yeah, Tina on third, and then to Tia, for obvious reasons. Yeah, because those are the only two spots left. No, something interesting that Taekwondo said though was that he would actually put, Tia on start to try to, circumvent Melissa as much as possible. My opinion is I don't think whoever is on start, I think there's gonna be a lead, no matter what. But Tia is actually really good out of the blocks. So I'm thinking to myself, she's probably going to be the best starter, in this type of setup. You know what I mean? So if she goes to her sister Tina, and Tina has been running backstretch her whole life, that's probably a really deadly combo. Into Shelly and Fraser Price, the shortest leg, just run that little turn and hand over to Sharika Jackson. Potentially Jamaica is, in the lead. I don't think Shakiri Richardson is in the type of shape to destroy Sharika and Anchor, that kind of thing. So if we're there or thereabouts, you know what I mean? It's probably a good setup as well. So I'm actually, this is the first time I've heard a relay setup that I've actually agreed with 100%, based on how it was explained to me. So anything works, I'm happy. Um, Nothing happening on stream yet, guys. Let's see what else is here. Okay, so there are 451 people here, guys. Welcome, day one of the stream. Please hit the like. I'm back and banging. Well, never mind. Let's move on. I have Sharika winning the 200. Yeah, but anytime I say these things, everybody goes, "Where in your data do you see that?" So I just keep that. I keep it to myself. Um, where am I? Guys, I'm losing track of this chat. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, it's on Peacock. Okay, so whoever's in the US, it's on Peacock. With all due respect, I think Shelly and Sharika and Shakiri will struggle to make the final. Again, guys, a lot of times, how these 100-meter races, look leading into championships is not the end all be all and the only judge, for the athletes. We have to really wait until the first round. You know what I mean? So you have the pre-championships, predictions, but I don't think anybody that is wise, after watching, the first few rounds or the first round is not going to start to adjust things, because there will always be surprises when it comes to championships. Some people that you didn't think will turn up are going to turn up, so you're going to have to start adjusting your thoughts accordingly, right? So again, preliminary thoughts is one thing. Let's see what happens when the championships begins. Hey Jordan, what's good? I don't think Sharika is going to show up and not medal in every event. Yeah, she's a beast. So I expect her, to come in and be hungry enough. We saw, this season, she talked about her wanting to quit, after 2024. But the mere fact that you see her back and you see how she's reacting, unsatisfied with certain results, is telling you that, look here, I'm not here to play. I'm here to win it all. And I love those type of people. I love the type of people that don't settle, right? So I'm interested and intrigued to see what she comes with. Plus also, I like when MVP keeps things, a mystery. We haven't seen Sharika Jackson in any of those like, training runs. So I'm really looking for also Tina. We haven't really seen them. So I'm like, okay, guys, they're hiding that 1-2 sucker punch for a reason. The world knows that Kishane is going to be turning up. So we can see what's going on with Kishane, and that's fine. But the mere fact that they're, keeping Sharika mystery, keeping Tina mystery, it's making me even more excited. I'm St. Lucian, living here in Jamaica. Love you, love my Jamaican peeps, but Juju all the way. Absolutely, Rebecca, rep her all the way. No joke. I'm for everybody repping their whoever their faves are, guys. But I don't want people to believe that I'm not gonna represent, Team Jamaica. And that's the only thing, because a lot of people think that, when championships rolls around, all of a sudden I shouldn't represent Jamaica. But I have to remind you all that I will be representing Jamaica. So I want y'all to rep your team hard. Absolutely. Um, I came to Seville to for Tiki Shane is a gold medal. With perfect changes. Yes, for sure. We're challenging for gold. Can someone please tell Sharika not to run the 200? Why, Cheryl? Hey, Peter, what's up? I think we have a big surprise in the 100-meter woman. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tina. Me also. And if you all know her over the years, she's a master at round management. I don't think I've ever seen a junior manage rounds as effectively as she does. She looks like a seasoned professional every single time she steps out. And guess what? She's not one of those athletes that shy away from competition. Let's go back to the final year in Champs Class 1 when I convinced my sister that Brianna Liston was going to take the win. And my sister was like, no, man, you know, Tina is a championship performer. And I'm there telling her, no, man, but Brianna just looks undefeatable. And my sister was like, okay, she hopped off Tina and jumped onto, Brianna Liston. And when I watched Tina in that race, I said, listen, you need you need that in athletes. I have a little kitty called Rat, and right now he's trying to jump up on me. And yeah, back to what I was saying. So yeah, when it comes to her, listen, nobody that shouldn't beat her is not going to beat her. You know what I mean? And expect her to possibly take down people that you didn't think she would beat. You know what I mean? That's the type of athlete that she is, and I love her. Absolutely, I love her mentality, and I can't wait to see how she turns up. Listen, the type of mentality that she has is the type of mentality that you want to see in every athlete. Oh, and we have our first super chat from Tunnel Vision. I appreciate it. Our dragons are being unleashed to take the gold medals. LSU, what is this? US, but we will pray for Jamaica to get all the silver medals. Look here. Tunnel Vision. A war, it's straight war. But I'm here for it. I'm excited, for what is to come. Team Jamaica versus Team USA. Yeah, the rivalry runs deep. But yeah, man, we're here for it. Jamaica all the way. I will come for the gold medal. Them. You can't stay there. You can't stay there. You think we're gonna have another blunder? Nope. This is the year where we wake back up and telling us that we never gone away. All right. Okay. Did I say thank you for the super chat? Thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me keep going with these comments. I think Melissa won't medal at Tokyo. Woo! I think she peaked way too early. Wow, that's a very controversial take. Hmm. Let's see how that goes. I'm not seeing that, but let's see how that goes. And let's go back to 2021 where you had like an Elaine and Shelly, that type of rivalry, and even a Sharika being there, and all these girls being able to dip into 10-7 and faster, right? That's well, then again, it can potentially be that type of year, for true, it can potentially be that type of year. But with Melissa Jefferson so way in front, it would be hard. She would have to blunder wicked to not medal. I swear to you, she'd have to blunder wicked. Guys, this is a little bit of a stretch, but stranger things have happened. So let's see. Um Delusional thinking Melissa won't medal. You have all right for your laugh, Shalon. You have all right. Um Receiving is easier. Kishayan on ankle leg. Yeah, receiving is easier. So you don't want to put the less experienced athlete in the middle of a relay to handle two passes. You don't want that, guys. Taekwondo was the Lulu saying that Noah was the weakest link. Oh my gosh. Listen, guys. You have to take into consideration the pros and the cons, because everybody is saying that, Noah Lyles, for gold, clearly, he has done it so many times, but this isn't Noah Lyles at full power. And these little things will matter at the end of the day, because again, it's championships running, it's round running, right? So it's a little bit different from the USA championships. So all these little things at the end of the day will factor when it comes to who will actually walk away with a gold medal. So you have to look at all the pros for all the athletes, all the cons for all the athletes, and at the end of the day, decide who you think will suit gold best, and not just go off the fact that yes, it's a caliber athlete, and that caliber athlete will always turn up even when they're injured. You know what I mean? Or even when they've had an injury setback, for a particular season. Again, look at Sharika Jackson, fastest woman in the world, well, fastest woman alive, when it comes to the 200 meters, gets an injury in 2024, and it takes her out. Absolutely. And heading into the Olympic Games, we were screaming favorite Sharika, I don't care what happens, that she picked up an injury, she's gonna win it all. And she got nothing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So you still have to take all these things into consideration, guys, and not think that just because an athlete has done this time and time again, that it's always going to be the same thing. You know what I mean? I do think though that Noah Lyles is a caliber athlete, and I still do think that he goes in with his favorite stag, but it's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close. Kenny Benerick is still there. Let's see later Boho, he is still there. He's also another athlete that has suffered injury setbacks in 2020 5 as well. But The difference is that when it comes to let's say the Toboho is probably his strength factor, so that's probably the positive for him, even though he has suffered that injury. So it's going to be interesting to see who turns up, the better man. And then of course the fresher athlete, is a Brian Level, right? The hungry athlete that is going to be in the race, the man that has, matched them stride for stride this season when it comes to times. So when you have four guys, that are capable of medaling, it's gonna be tough to call three out of those, five, or not five, sorry, four. So let's see how things goes at the end of the day. But I wouldn't say he's, delusional to think that Noah isn't going to medal, but seeing medal Noah out of the medals is definitely tough. I won't lie. You know what I mean? It's definitely tough, which is why I kind of booted out Kenny two times because I'm like, listen, Ke- the weakest thing is probably Kenny. um did it start yet? Yes, it's on now. So they're doing the race walk. So the first track event comes up, and that will be the men's preliminary 100 meters, and that comes up at 9:23. So I'm gonna be here for a minute, guys. So 9:23. That's the first event that will be coming up on the track. For now, it is the race walk for men and women, the 35-kilometer race walk, and the first field event will begin at 7 o'clock. Actually, it should have started. No, I'm not seeing it on the track though, on the thing. Maybe I missed it. So, no, sorry, not 7. Yeah, 7 actually. So the first field event is at 7, but I'm not seeing anything on my screen. Maybe I kind of missed it out a bit because I was yapping, and y'all know I love to talk. So let me just quickly go over to World Athletics and check what's currently going on live from a standings perspective so that I can give you all that update. Okay, so we have wait a minute. Live now. Okay, that's what I need to be on. Live. Okay. I don't know why World Athletics keeps changing up this website every championships. I'm like, y'all are confusing us. So the discus throw is currently on, right? And so far, as I said, Samantha Hall comes up in group B, so she's not on yet. But so far, Bin Feng from China is leading. Well, she's already qualified. She's thrown over the qualification mark, and she threw a 65.5 two. So she's the only automatic qualified athlete so far. But they're still in round one, so a lot of throwing to go. Well, 3 rounds for everybody. You know what I mean? But quite a few athletes to get through, and a couple more rounds before it's determined what will happen from pool A. But yeah, that's currently what's going on with the field events. It's not on screen. I don't know if they have a separate feed for that and they're just not showing us, but we're not seeing any discussed action as things stand right now. Mr. 100K a day is saying that Peacock is working now. Okay, so guys, if you're having technical issues with Peacock, it's apparently working now. Michael Finlay, big up yourself as well. Team JA all the way every day. Hell no. It's still not work. What? Well, guys, I'm not sure what's going on with Peacock. There are a bunch of moths flying around inside. That's because I have the door open. Give me a second. Let me call to my niece to tell her to close this door for me, please. And my sister coming through with a super sticker. Thank you, sis. Y'all miss her. Tell her to get on live and tell you her thoughts. She has a lot of thoughts and she's hiding away. So scream at her and tell her, get on stream. Thanks for the super chat, sis. Our super sticker. All right. So we have Shaq plain possum, but Jacko. I'm not sure I understand that comment. Um, Where can we watch it if you're living in the US? Apparently on Peacock, but they're saying it's not working well. So I'm not sure what to say, Tom. Um, Up the likes. Yes, guys, please smash the like button. We have 443 people here. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Thank you, Najanini. I appreciate it. Um, hey Shem, what's good? We're back, baby. Yay, we're in the building. What time are the heats? What heats? Hey Track Universe, what's good? It's been a while since I've seen you go live. It's been practically a year, but we're back. We are back. Hey Boss Dog, what's up? Hey Namdi, what's good? Yeah, I'm back, guys. I see a lot of familiar names. Listen, I'm so terrible with names. I tend to forget, but listen, I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. Breaking Boards Force Bulletin as well. You can only hide so much. Tia and Tina are brilliant. Um, LOL, they might give we a 2024. Listen, on no, no, no. I'm not even finished reading that comment. When it starts, it's on no. Yep, Tina is great at run management. Absolutely. Tina is a championship athlete. Yes, she is. So listen, Shakiri is gonna have to come really good if Shakiri wants to take down a Tina. Well, everybody that's behind her so far this season, remember, she's third in the world, 10.81, only behind Melissa Jefferson Wooden and also Julian Alfred. So all the pack that's behind her have to come really, really good if they want to beat her because she's one girl that doesn't break under pressure. I don't understand how she's so mentally tough, and she's so young. And this is something that she's displayed over the years from a high school stage all the way up to now. Look at her when she won at the national championships. Even when her sister went down and she was like, oh, because you saw her form break, she still held her nerve and she pushed through. Yep, man, she's a brilliant, brilliant athlete. I feel like I'm tearing up just talking about her. But yes, let's get back. You cry too easily. um, Thanks again, Tunnel Vision, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Um, this is Tina's first championships. Let's see how she fares mentally. Have you ever seen Tina breaking at championships? World Junior champion twice in the women's in the 100 meters. Have you ever seen her breaking at championships? Listen, Tina hasn't worked so hard to come here and break her. None at all. Not happening. She's ready. Silver, I want Tina to get so that what silver I want Tina to get. So is that too much? Nah. The only way Tina will challenge for silver is if Julian Alfred remains in 10-7 and she ups her game to 10-7, right? If that's the case, then it's a possibility because I haven't seen Julian starting how I think she should be starting. You know what I mean? Because look at how Melissa Jefferson wouldn't need starting. You know what I mean? That kind of brilliant start. I haven't seen it from her. So it's gonna be interesting to see the type of start that she has when she lines up, in the women's 100 meters. But if she gets it back on par with a Julian Alfred, then I think it's a kind of done deal, and those two athletes will be, going gun ho, for gold and silver, you know what I mean? And, only bronze, up for grabs, right? So let's see how it goes. But again, as I said, I still have Sherika Jackson, pulling off a surprise. So let's see what happens. But I still think that, Tina will be solid. Melissa didn't peak. She has been consistent all year, like Shakiri leading into Worlds 2 years ago. Yes, she's been very consistent. And I don't want people to say, oh, she's not gonna be able to run super fast because she's already, run super fast already. But I don't see people say these things when we have our Jamaicans, running super fast. Shelly came out, practically rattling off 10 6s in 2020, too. She went on to win gold. So I'm not sure why we believe that, others can't do the same. Uh, why isn't the feed on yet? Nothing on Peacock yet. Maybe because it's the race walk. I'm not sure. And as I said, I'm not seeing a feed for the field events, which is quite interesting because even though they have the race walk on, well, then again, it's a final. So final always takes precedence over heats. So probably that is why it's getting the full feed. And that's okay, guys, because guess what? You'll be seeing those athletes again. Well, not all of them, the ones that made it through to the finals. Did you listen to Aton what he said? Don't be surprised if Tina gets silver. I wouldn't be surprised again if depending on what happens again if she steps into 10-7 and Julian remains into 10-7, it is a possibility, right? So I wouldn't put that out there to say no it's not, and actually it's something that I've been fiddling around with in my mind. But you know how things go when you're talking on your on the channel and you go, oh, prediction time, let's just randomly throw Tina into silver. Everybody's gonna go, huh, where did that come from? You know what I mean? So rather than do those things, I'd just be like, okay guys, based on how things look, Melissa looks like favorite, Julian second, and then bronze is left up for grabs. And I think Tina looks the strongest. You know what I mean? But I have thought about those things already. So let's see how it goes. Um, Melissa is not running 10-6. She has peaked for the season. She ran 10-8 and 10, then 10-8-9 in 2024. For Well, on average, majority of the athletes that compete at the USA Championships tend to run slightly slower, when they get to championships, right? Of course, Shakira Richardson ran faster when she got there in 2023, right? So there are, possibilities of her still being able to, maintain that shape and run as fast. And there's also a possibility that she doesn't, but I still don't think she will run so slow that she will, just be out of it all of a sudden. I don't think so. Um, hey Jeff, what's up? Thank you with my nice clean self. I appreciate it. Any Jamaican man who won the 100 must run the anchor. Not Nogoso. Not that thing Nogoso. Not that hold on Jamaica relay all these years. Uno love think about anchor glory too much. If you now win, there is no glory. So stay there. Don't think about constructing the team with the best athlete suited to the best leg and see what reach, I only think about glory leg. Well, guess what? There will be no glory for anybody. Please leave out Sharika. I remember how they beat her to the line in 2023, and look when the championship comes around, who beat her. I'm confused about that comment. The people who are saying Melissa already peaked and she won't medal are just saying that from pure bias. Probably it's pure bias. Leave my boy Kenny Truck Spice alone. He's not no weak link. Listen, Albert, I'm waiting on you. I am waiting on you to jump on. Um Noah may be the strongest link. He is current 200-meter world leader. Brian may not even make the 200-meter final. He's inexperienced at that level. That's a possibility as well. He's inexperienced, so we're not gonna say he's as experienced as a Kenny, a Noah, or even a let's say to Boho for sure. But to say he's never been at this level is not true. He went to the Olympic Games and competed, right? May not have made it to the finals, but he still competed there. He still ran a couple of runs there as well. So he knows what a couple runs at a championships feels like. You know what I mean? So let's see what he does here. But it's not a bad take to say he maybe won't make it to the finals because he's never done it before. That's a thing. Experience does matter. But we're keeping our fingers crossed that hey, guess what? He's gonna be one of those athletes like a Shelly Fraser Price that go to our championships and destroy the world. Oh my gosh. People are saying Peacock is working now, so check that out. Hey Dean, what's up? There are two Peacock feeds. Okay, so if you're watching Peacock, you will be able to see the field events apparently. You should let everybody comment, not just subscribe. Once you're subscribed, you can comment, Edgar. So I'm not sure what you're saying. I got to say Noah. Oh, so what you're saying is you want to be over here on the stream and you want to participate and you don't want to subscribe? What can go so? Where's my niece to tell you what can go so? I'm weak. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, Noah was looking a lot better in the 100 meters last year than he is this year. So I have my doubts about him making the podium based on his current shape. Can't count him out though. Yeah, I think so. Um, Hi, what's up? You got fans from Ghana? I do. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm afraid to start even saying the first letter. But thank you. I appreciate it. It's up and running now on Peacock. Okay. So Tom, you're coming through or not? You're coming through. You're on the live, you know, you're up on the live already. Chuck is spam the chat and tell Tom to roll through. Hey, Emil Shaw, what's good? Kung Fu Kenny is going down. Guys, please remember to hit the like. Yes, guys, please remember to hit the like. I don't know where this like thing is. I can't see it anymore. How do you see it? I'm confused. I haven't been in this live studio for so long. I don't know where my like is. I don't see it. I don't know if it's in it. So I'll go look over on my channel. Because I can. Where's my channel? Is it here? Okay. Okay, guys, I've seen 400 and odd people here for a minute now, and it's only 239 likes. Like, what are we on, guys? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Thank you. Let me see if I see it rolling up. Yeah, I see it starting to move. Yeah, you see, when I clock y'all, you start to hit the like. Come on, guys. It's free now. It's free to hit the like. Um, Not seeing anything on One Spot Media. So you have to go to One Spot Media, and I'm watching it from what is it called? Child, what a channel they called? TVJ Sports Network. So go to TVJ Sports Network and you will see it. I mean, Shakiri is playing possum, but I believe Jacko is definitely the dark horse. Okay, I see. Something interesting that Taekwondo said to me when we were talking about the predictions leading into the World Championships was that maybe for Shakira this season they weren't necessarily focused on running the circuit, right? And they're focused on preparing her for the championship. So if that's the case, then we could potentially see her come to maybe a 10-7 shape ish by the time we get to the World Championship. So let us see. Yes, they're currently showing the walk race on or the race walk on okay, so they're onto the field events now. So they're actually now showing the discus. So right now on screen, oh, she got married. I'm not sure of her last name. This last name can't even pronounce. Let me see what she threw. She threw 66.72. So she's now automatically qualified. Where's that page that I had up that I was looking at what was currently going on? Okay, let's go back. So we have discuss through group A. Let me refresh. Okay, let me just view event. Oh, I have to log in. I'm not logged in, child. I'll probably have to figure out my login after this. So Sandra Perkovich just through the automatic qualification mark, right? So she's into the finals. Well, she's not Perkovich anymore. She's no, I'm not seeing this. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so two athletes so far have automatically qualified to the discus throw final. Tina is a rock. If she loses, it's because the others were better and not because she underperformed. Absolutely. Agree with you 100%. Um, Hey T, where can I watch the World Championships? Depending on where you are, can you put where you are in the chat? And of course, we'll assist. Yeah, the lives are back, son. We are back. We are back, Sean. Back, 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 back. I honestly believe Jamaica can sweep. Yeah, that's my secret wish that Jamaica sweeps the men's 100 meters. But let's see. Um, Noah is going to smoke everybody. Let us see. The only surprise I see is Sherika pulling off is coming last. Okay. Shakiri have too much upon her mind right now. I don't know. In the last few weeks, since the whole drama went down, and it seems as though they've kind of separated, she seems to be flourishing a bit more, and he seems to be flourishing as well. They don't look, bothered. Because if you looked at them all season, like early season as well, they were all walking around with frowns on their face all day, every day, right? But no, they're not anymore. So something changed, something got better. So they seem to be in better spaces, at least better head spaces, in my opinion. Um, the arc is sinking. Tina is looking better than Sharika right now. I see her getting the bronze. Yep, she does look better right now. Don't be surprised if Shelly win gold. I would be surprised if she wins gold actually. I'm here to see some sad Jamaican fans. Not happening. Not this year. We have bingo that year, yeah. So I don't know. Wish bad pan Jamaica. It not happen. All right. So hey, Dr. JD Smith, what's good? Is 10-5 on the cards for Melissa? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. 10-5 is easier said than done. I mean, well, then again, it's Tokyo and they said the track is fast, but 10-5 is easier said than done in my opinion. So let's see how that goes. I don't see it, but let's see. Um, if Oblique doesn't anchor, that's going to be a sad mistake. He's not anchoring, guys. So get over it. We just have to work with the team that we have and wish for the best. Um, Gotta see the rounds first before I can decide the top positions, even though Melissa and Julian have the edge for now. Yeah, because again, we're not sure what has happened in the few weeks that we haven't seen them. So once they take to the first round is when we will get a true reflection of what we can possibly expect. And even then, you're still going to have people that are running and you're probably not going to be able to fully gauge them, right? I remember one athlete that always, surprises me when she makes it to finals. And what's her name from Switzerland again? Kambunji. Kambunji, she'll not look like the athlete that is doing anything, amazing. And her form is not the best either, but she still somehow makes it to the finals and runs really well. And even when I look at her winning, back to back indoor, is it back to back or two-time, indoor championships for the 60 meters, I'd be thinking to myself, like, this girl really be, running herself into, gold all the time and nobody sees it coming. Um, da-da-da-da-da. Brand level is changing for the 200 meters to win gold, not for experience. Absolutely. Why does it say women's race walk but men's walking? I'm confusing. They're both doing it concurrently. So maybe when you're looking now, you're seeing the men on screen, but they're doing it concurrently. Um, why is your 2020 your one spot showing 2024 highlights? I have no idea. No, I'm not in Japan. I'm in my home. I'm at home. I can't see no Jamaican medaling this year. Okay. Whole lot of delusions in this chat. Oh my gosh. He hit the like button, please. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. It's free 99. Absolutely. It's free 99. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. USA to whoop your A in every competition. Jamaica historically having no medals this year. Man, you're certainly a wet rag. You know what? There's a saying that they say, be careful what you ask for. And dig a hole, you better make sure you dig two. So you're over there digging hole for Team Jamaica. You better make sure you dig two here. Um, I'm watching from France and it's free on national TV. Yeah. So depending on where you are, I'm sure it should be free on, your local broadcaster television. Unless you're in the USA and they charge for everything. So yeah. Last time I checked, Noah had won his first major championships back in 2019. So I don't know what they mean by level not performing because he's inexperienced. True. So yeah, that inexperienced thing, on one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, there are also people that have not had many, had much experience and they've still gone into a major championships and competed well. So it depends on the athlete, to be fair. Jakob has nothing. Josh has the gold. Discus showing no, yeah. So they're going back and forth between the discus and the race walk. Remember, Samantha Hall comes up in group B. So when they come up to group B, I'll be focusing a bit more on the actual discuss and telling you what's going on in the event. As things stand right now, two people. Let me see if there's any other athlete that has automatically qualified so far. No, still no change. Only two athletes so far have automatically qualified, and we're in attempt two, right? So they'll be beginning attempt three shortly, actually. So let's see what happens. But as things stand right now, only two athletes are over. I believe the qualification is 64 meters on the nose, right? So as long as you throw further than 64 meters, then you are automatically qualified, or they take um, at least the best 12. So if you're not automatically qualified, right, as long as you fall into top 12, then you will make it through to the finals. But let's just say happenstance that everybody throws over 64 meters. Then guess what? Everybody is going to the finals. Um, Yep, this is not Level's first major championships. He was at the Olympics last year. He ran two rounds. He ran the heats, plus he also ran the repechage round as well. I hate repechage, can I tell you? I hope they don't bring it back. He's not here at these championships, right? I don't think so. Good. Um, as if you right, people thinking that you can only win a championship when your experience is nonsense. There are so many athletes over the years that have won without that experience that everybody is talking about. Dean, I'm not even gonna read the comment there. I'm not even gonna read that. For Canada, it is CBC Sport. Yeah, so if you're in Canada, CBC Sport. I'm watching from France. Yep, I think I saw that. Well, you actually have a really good, you have some really good hurdlers from France, some really good hurdlers are from France, both female and males, right? So I wouldn't say that the French athletes are not good in the sprints, that is. Um, since Oblique won't anchor, let us try not to get angry at Kishane. Guys, please remember that Kishane is the least experienced athlete out there. We're talking about Rohan Watson and Kishane coming to the fore in 2023. Kishane running one round at the national championships. Rohan Watson going all the way to the finals and winning the men's 100 meters at our national championships, going on to represent Jamaica at the world championships and also participating in the 4x100 meter relays. Kishane, on the other hand, didn't get the opportunity to run, even though his coach made him available for the relays. Steven said, if y'all want him to run on the relays, he's available. But guess what the J3s did? They didn't use him. And of course, the whole drama went down with Taekwondo Tracy as well. It was a whole mess back in 2023. You know what I mean? So, track is you can't just randomly toss Kishane on any leg. It's not going to work, right? So for now, I suppose he's running the leg that he can run, and that's the anchor leg. It may not be the best suited leg to him, in my opinion, and a lot of us opinion in the chat, but it's how things are, gonna work at this particular point. So we can only just pray for the best. They've had a few opportunities to practice. Kishane has been, on anchor, a number of times this season. He didn't really get to touch the baton at the World Relays, but he did, well enough in London, right? So again, just wish them all the best. Sharika has definitely been in the lab cooking something special. Don't be fooled by that 22.17. And even if, and this is something I said in my videos, guys, leading up to the World Championships, right? Even if we're just going based on the 22.17 alone, that little gap, that little range that all those athletes are running in, there's not much difference. So you think that 22.17 is far from 21.93? You're sadly mistaken when it comes to the capabilities of a Sherika Jackson. So even if I just take it at face value and say 22.17, and that's what we're taking going into the championships, and I still rank her over everybody else that is running that 21.93, and a little bit slower, leading up to Sherika's 22.17. And I can actually tell you the actual times. Let me just see if I can pull that up. Where are we? I have so many pages open, guys, that at this point it's kind of ridiculous, and I don't know if I can find everything I need to find. Let me see. Women's 200. Where are we? You know what? Let me just randomly open one and just change the filter, because, honey, I am not gonna find that page right now. I think I'm gonna need a different device when I'm looking at things like this, because I don't know. Let me change this to world. Okay. So we have Mackenzie Long 21.93. Uh Anavia Battle 22.13. Brittany Brown 22.13. Dina Asher Smith 22.14. Amy Hunt 22.16. And then Sharika Jackson 22.17. Now let's kind of reverse the thing and go to the USA Championships. In my opinion, Mackenzie Long was going to be making the team outright. What happened at the USA Championships? Not so. She didn't run to form based on what we saw so far from her this for 2025. She actually ended up behind, Anavia Battle, Gabby Thomas, Brittany Brown, right? And as such, going into the championships, I'm not ranking her above Brittany Brown and Avia Bata either, right? And then when you think about that, Sherika Jackson's time is literally right there as well. You're thinking that Sherika Jackson, the second fastest woman ever, the fastest woman alive, is going into these championships to lose out to these girlies? Hell no. And again, that's just taking things at face value. So by the time we get there and I see what she does in the 100 meters, may I go start crow gold. Y'all are gonna be sick of me. You're gonna be like delusional, delusional, and I don't mind. Careful how you use the word lab. Enough people get banned. Axel boss, Lord of His mercy. Oh, sorry, he wasn't in the lab. Sorry, he was at the cook shop. One proper corner shop run him there. I buy oxtail. The more the oxtail him name. Oh Lord, help me. Uh, wee. I feel like I can eat some ox. I must have sprint. No, sir. This is so funny. Who wins the 5K? 5K men or 5K women? Oh, I've caught up with the chat. Um, You don't know anything about middle distance. I absolutely love it and I watch everything, but I wouldn't be able to say that I break it down the same way I break down the sprints. No. T, was it the decision of the J3s not to allow Brian Level to partake in the relays, or was it Level who decided against it? Two things I believe happened, right? Brian Level made himself available to compete at the World Relays to help Jamaica qualify. Guess where they stuffed him? The mixed 4x100 meter relays. Something went down, and Brian Level since then has not made himself available. So the men's race walk is close to I guess ending at this particular point. Why am I seeing a woman behind the man? Is it a woman? Are they doing going in a circle? So they're lapping women, I think. Um No, sir. If the guy that make me laugh one more time about the Axel situation, it's ridiculous. Let's go back to the discuss and take a look at what's happening there for the women. Remember, Samantha Hall comes up in Group B. I'm gonna have to log into World Athletics from this website. Okay, so we have an American that has automatically qualified now, and she is La Luga Tushaga. Child, why don't I know her? I have no idea who this is actually. And she threw a 64.99 meters. So three athletes now automatically qualified. We're in the third and final round for qualification for these athletes. So it's now or never, or they have to sit and wait through Group B and pray that they're in top 12. All right, guys. So I'm not seeing any more comments. Guys, come on in the chat and make sure that you're hitting the like. Let me go over there and see how the likes are looking. Where's my thing? Where's my studio? Okay, let's see how the live is looking. All right, so guys, I'm seeing 305 likes and we still have 400 and odd. Come on, guys, hit that like button. She won the discus in Eugene 2022. I'm ashamed. I'm absolutely ashamed. No, sir, me have to go copy this. Me have to go look on the face because maybe the name is throwing me. Let me see the face. Let me see the face. Because we're not shaming me like shaming me. Oh, no, I know her. I know her. I just don't know her name. Okay. And it's not 2022 it's 2023. I know her. I just don't know her name. Oh my gosh. A week. Noah is the man with the master plan. Him tell you the plan. Well, Noah loves the mind games and the tricks. So let us see when it comes to what he actually has to deliver, because he loves to throw people off and make people, scared. And listen, half the race is lost if you go into a race thinking that you can't beat somebody. You know what I mean? Think back to when Usain Bolt was competing, and most of the people that in the race tell themselves say they not beat Usain, and that's why they not beat Usain or tried to beat Usain or got us good enough to try to beat him. You know what I mean? Though it was probably impossible because he's a world record holder. But I'm just saying, you're still trying nonetheless. Everybody in that race is like, okay, we're running for second. Let's see what we can do. So guys, you can't go into an event with that mentality. You have to go in thinking that you're going to win, even if you're nowhere close to the top billion. That's how you go in. Tell yourself that you're a champion, you're the winner, and that's how you compete. The mind games only work on Kenny. Yeah, it's working on Kenny so far because Kenny lost it a little bit this season. So let's see what he's gonna do at this championships to keep Noah out of his mind. I don't know how he's gonna do that, but let us see. What time does the game start? It's on now, Colin. Anyone else having challenge watching One Spot Media? TVJ Sports not showing it. No, it's on. Where are you right now? Shots. So let me tell you something that happened to me last year. Was it last year? Some time ago, right? So depending on who your internet service provider is, it doesn't pick up as, maybe Flow or Digicel. You know what I mean? So I have no three services, right? But there's one called Mars. And when I go on it with Mars, when I used to go on it with Mars back in the day, it wouldn't recognize Mars. So I would literally be on it with another device watching One Spot Media and through like my flow plan. But if I use my Mars, nothing shows up and they're just showing me like some replay or some championship. So I'm not sure where you are. I'm not sure what Wi Fi you're using. I think that's probably the problem. Da, 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 da. I I heard that they didn't include Level on the relay because he didn't want to be a part of it. But I have to hear that from Level himself or his team. So the update that we recently got via TVJ was that he doesn't want to be a part of it. They didn't speak to him or his coach, but based on being on the ground, he has not made himself available. So since he's gotten himself to the camp, and he's doing his workouts, he hasn't made himself available to be a part of the 4x1 relay structure. So they're taking that to mean he doesn't want to be a part of the relay. And realistically, if he doesn't make himself available at this point to do some workouts with the team, then more than likely he will not be a part of the 4x100 meter relay, because again, there will be no camaraderie going on with the team, right, to make sure the baton goes around seamlessly, and that's the most important thing. So with no practice, how is he going to go out there and compete? You know what I mean? So I don't think we should expect to see him, to be honest. Don't expect to see him because he hasn't yet made himself available. But again, something happened at the world relays that's making him not want to make himself available, and that is where the issue lies. Okay, so somebody is saying that it's available on YouTube. So I guess World Athletics is showing it. You're gonna have to get yourself a VPN though. Oh, data doesn't work where you are. Oh, so someone is saying that you can try watch it on YouTube, but you're gonna need a VPN to do that. So you may need a VPN, and I shouldn't be saying this out loud now, because them have a way of when you say them thing, yeah, then block the people them from watching it. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you get kicked off. So just try to get a VPN. Jamaica is taking all the big races. Yes, Colin, speak it into being. Absolutely. We're here to win and to dominate. Let's take a look at the women's discuss, and then I'm going to go over onto socials to see if there's any new update that I can tell you all about that's happening on the ground over in Japan. So far, still only three athletes automatically qualified for the discus through finals. Okay. Oh boy. So let's see. So I'm seeing, where Rasheen is, telling us his readiness to compete. Not seeing anything else. That's the latest here. Okay. Not seeing any updates here, trackies, from a Jamaican perspective at least. Let's just see if there's anything just global to report on, right? Not seeing anything global to report on at this time. Things are pretty much just, starting. So nothing major going on yet, guys. So nothing to really, report on just yet. Yeah, but we're here and we're absolutely excited nonetheless. It's gonna be an interesting, next week or so for the championships. And yeah, I'm gonna be with you all the way. Um The level situation will reveal itself next year. There has to be more than just being omitted from the team at world release. Why don't we have a representative in the race walk? Because no one decided to compete in the race walk. You have to first have athletes that are willing to be a part of the race walk, to have athletes be a part of the competition. So if there's no one that wants to compete in the race walk, then it is what it is. And I don't think I've ever seen a race walk participant for Jamaica, even just on the local stage, even if we don't, have the times or yet to be able to be at the world stage. Yeah, I haven't seen a race walker. So yeah, maybe eventually we're gonna have some youngster that comes up and says, "Hey, I want to do the race walk," and at that particular point, we'll have some. Since Brand isn't running the relay at all, the better um, he can give him the benefit of focusing only on the 200 meters. Well, to be fair, Dean, the 4x1 comes after the 200 meters, so I don't think it would hamper his, readiness for the 200 meters, right? So yeah, let's see. Um, the race walk looks funny. Yeah, they're walking really fast and kind of gives you the run vibe, but you have to make sure that one foot is always on the ground, right? So both legs cannot be in the ground and off the ground at the same time. I think they have a number of fouls. I think you have three fouls or three red flags that they give you, right? And then you're out of the competition. So there are judges there that are watching their feet consistently to see if you're fouling. You know what I mean? So we're on the last lap for the men in the race walk, and we'll be crowning our first medalist at the championship shortly. And it's given is it Poland? I think it's Poland, and we're seeing Brazil coming in second. Is that Poland? Or is that Canada? I can't even see the flag. It looks like Canada. No, it's given Poland. Cause Poland, we know wear red and white. Canada doesn't wear red and white in their uniform. Their uniform always gives what Team USA and Great Britain gives. That similar color palette, right? Yeah, it's Poland. It's Poland. No, Canada. Oh, Canada start wearing red and white now. Okay, it's Canada. All right, and then Japan, it looks like they're coming through for bronze. So it looks like the three medals now are sewn up. So Canada in the lead, going away for gold. Brazil coming in for second, and we have Japan on the medal podium already, and things are just beginning. So Japan ain't here to play. Japan, they're hosts, and they want to win as many medals as possible, right? So they have the home turf advantage. So first medal on the clock, and that is Canada, the men 35-kilometer race walk, and he takes the gold. What's his name? His name is uh child. I can't see that. Let me go over here. So his name is Evan Dunphy. So he takes the win. And here comes the Brazilian. His name is Cal Bonfim. And he's coming in for silver. Okay, so another silver medal. So I guess he won the silver last time around, and he comes and he wins the silver again. His foot is dead, like he went down holding it, cramping. And here comes the Japanese athlete, and he will be taking the bronze medal. So Japan rounds out the podium. Congrats to the athletes. These are the first medals that are doled out at the 2025 Tokyo World Championships. Canada, gold. That's how the medal podium looks right now. They're leading. Brazil in second. They're second on the podium. And Japan third with bronze. Bronze also on the podium. I mean, third place on the podium, trackies. So yeah, we're off. We are off and we are running. Well, walking. All right. So let's see some more comments. Hey Don Dina, what's up? It's been a while. Happy to see you logging again, live again. Yeah, it's been a year practically, but I'm back and I'm ready to roll. Um, our team is looking great and looking confident. Yes, ready to rumble. Absolutely, I'm here for it. The race walk looks. Oh, I think I read that already. Um, we're a country that only wants to sprint. Walking is counterproductive. It seems so. Nobody no want to walk. Everybody want to run, go a shop. When you hear all these athletes tell you, Shelly Fraser Price, tell you how, they began, their careers originally, from toddler stages. They've been sent to the shop and they're running to the shop. You know what I mean? That's always the story. Nobody's walking to the shop. Um, Yeah, the flag was telling me Canada, but the clothes was throwing me off. But I realized recently that a lot of kit sponsors have changed for the countries, so the kits don't look the same anymore. So I have to reacclimatize myself to what the kits actually look like, right? So that's why it was throwing me off a bit. Um, can Ashanti Moore make the 200-meter finals? I'm hoping she does. She's not that far off given what we've seen the athletes run so far this season. She's coming in with confidence in herself. So let's see. Her coach believes she can run sub 22 as well. So those things will factor. But she has to turn up on the day and compete. If she does compete strongly, I believe she makes the finals. Which side can I watch the race on? Where are you, Milton? Walking 2 hours plus is crazy. Well, guess what? We have some medalists here. So it's not just the 100 meters, it's not just the 200 meters, it's not just the 100-meter hurdles or 110 hurdles. We have to divert into other events if we want to, participate as with as many athletes as possible. And at the end of the day, only so much and no more can run in the 100. What you want we do? Start just create athletes for other country. They need to be careful and don't make it enticing for young talent to swap allegiance. Absolutely. But Brian said, I'm not gonna win. I said, them hit up Brian and said, Brian, come rep for you. And Brian said, back up. Brian said, back up off of me. But it's not easy. Jamaica straight. Parents love to send you to the shop when a cartoon time. You have to run. True. You know what? It's a thing on TV. When I was younger, I knew every single thing that was going on. All when me asleep, me know what up on TV. I swear. Love the vibes with you hosting. Your energy is real. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate the support. And guys, I see 496 people here. Continue to hit up the like button. I appreciate it. And if you don't want to hit up the super chat too, hit that up too. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Um, Canada always wears red and white. No, not that way. So you see how the USA uniform looks, the whole they because I think it's Nike, right? Nike is a typical sponsor for Canada. So the same way the uniform is structured with that the stripes and you can see hints of red and white throughout it. That's what I usually look for. But as I said, kid sponsors have switched out recently, so I have to reacclimatize myself. Plus, also, I've noticed something since Paris as well. You apparently have one kit for Olympics and another for World Championships, and I don't think that was ever the case. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recall seeing countries where different kits for World Championships versus, I mean, having different kit sponsors, sorry, for World Championships versus Olympics. So again, if you're having an Adidas kit for, let's say, France, No, let's use Great Britain as an example. At the Olympic Games, they had Adidas as their kit sponsor. It looked completely different from anything they've ever worn under Nike, right? So again, I'm just have to reacclimatize myself with the current happenings with the kits. Um, what was the reason for that former long jumper being banned? They never gave the reason. All I know is them cut him off completely. So right now they're keeping it hush hush. I suppose if you're, in the know, like possibly high up there, you know what I mean? And maybe I need to dig around a bit to find out exactly why they did ban him. I'm gonna ask a few people actually. Now that you asked me, I'm gonna see if I can ask around a bit and see what that actual reason is. But they said it had something to do with, what did they say again? I don't even remember right now. But um, to ban somebody all out that's already retired is mad. Something is up. T, does it concern you that Level could be planning to switch? Level is not planning to switch, first and foremost. So don't put that out there. You know what I mean? And if it is a thing, of course, I'll be over here dying. I'm not one of those people that will sit down and lie to you and tell you, say, oh, if them switch and I'm not, Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand. Two things can be true at the same time. For an athlete and the opportunity to support their family, of course, take that opportunity. We see many people go to other countries to work all the time for better opportunity. You know what I mean? So from that perspective, of course, by all means, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to see nobody leave no sport or nobody not being able to take care of their family. So if that's the case and you're currently in a situation where you can't support yourself or your family, pick up and left. You know what I mean? But as a fan of the sport, as a fan of Jamaican athletics as well, and people forget that I'm a fan of Jamaica first, right? Then yeah, it's not gonna feel good when I see the likes of Wayne Pinnock, the likes of Jadon Hibbert, not competing for Jamaica. It's gonna stab me straight through the heart. I'm not gonna be happy when I see Turkey on their shoulder. You mad? And then worse, when they got medal, and I look at the medal tally, and I see Turkey right there sitting pretty with medals that could have been ours. No, I'm not gonna be happy. But at the same time, I get it. So I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the circumstance, I suppose. Okay, so now we're doing the women. They're about to end, and I think this is what Spain and Canada. That I must be Spain. That let me go look at her. The flag is giving me Spain. The outfits look completely different. That is not what Spain typically wears. So you see, as I said, I have to be reacclimatizing myself with these kids. Maybe I zoned out in Paris. Then again, I was out of it when we're at the Olympic Games, to be fair. So maybe I wasn't really looking at the kids and for Paris 2024 because they look completely different now. Um, let's jump into what these results are giving me for the women's race walk. So, right, Maria Perez from Spain, she's coming in for gold. She's on her final lap, final 300 meters of the actual race walk. So she'll be getting gold. And right now, I think in second place, they have an Italian, and in third place, there's a Chinese athlete. Let me just refresh to make sure that that is the current. No, no, no. So actually, the Ecuadorian has now overtook the Chinese athlete. So Paula Melina Torres is actually in bronze right now. So let's see how it goes for the rounding out of the positionings for the women's race walk. But as things stand right now, Spain takes gold and she jumps over the line in celebration. Yay! Good for her. Beating a number of men, might I add. So she's excited. She's down on the ground now. Congrats to her. Congrats to Spain. They're now on the board. So tied as it relates to the leaderboard right now from a medal perspective will be Canada and Spain, one gold medal apiece. Let's see what the rest of the medals look like for the race walk. The other athletes seem to be a bit up behind because I'm not seeing them yet. And usually, what they do is they pan the camera to the entrance of the athletes coming into the stadium once they enter the stadium, and I'm not seeing that yet for the Italian athletes. So they seem to be a bit behind. It seems that this what's her name, Perez, Maria Perez, athlete from Spain, really killed it in this race walk. Because I still don't see nobody coming into the tunnel. Good going. 1 a.m. here in Ghana. I'm here for tea. Thank you, Black African. Oh my gosh, welcome back. Listen, I love seeing all of you guys back. As I was saying earlier, that listen, I'm bad with names sometimes, so I tend to forget a lot when it comes to names, but it makes me feel good seeing so many people that I'm familiar with back in the chat after a year of not being able to talk to y'all like this. It's crazy. Um, Okay, so now we have the Italian entering the tunnel. So she is coming in now, and it seems that the other athlete is right behind her, and this should be the Ecuadorian behind her. Let's see if that's the one that comes through the tunnel. I'm keeping my eye on the tunnel to see who that is. Okay, they haven't panned the camera back to the tunnel yet. They're keeping their eyes on the Italian. Okay, so yes, the Ecuadorian is now through. So I don't see the Chinese athletes anywhere actually. So I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if she got banned or not banned, but got those all those red flags, and then apparently you're out of the competition. TM on my way, full of work, enjoying the company. Thank you. I appreciate you staying with me as well, Dean. 100-meter women prediction, Melissa, Juju, Tina. What are your thoughts? That's the straightforward pick, and um, I don't think there are any surprises there. But I do have a dark horse in Sharika Jackson, so I'm intrigued to see how she will take to the track for the first run of the women's 100 meters. And yeah, there's a possibility that Tina could surprise if Julian just stays still. You know what I mean? What are the odds though of others improving and others not improving? Let's see. Somebody mentioned to me that Sharika is cooking up something. And to me, that's okay. Just as long as it's not oxtail. Listen, me don't want oxtail bars come salad with good oxtail, you know. Cause an oxtail. It has nothing to do with oxtail. But oxtail. And Jamaican soak up in an oxtail all day, every day, please. Please, we have suffered enough. Stop talking about those people that have changed allegiance. It not gonna away, sir or ma'am. It not go away. And if somebody asks me a question, I'm gonna answer. The hip movement is something else. T, what is the monthly cost of Starlink in Jamaica? $7,000 is for the cheapest plan. I think I need another cushion. This seat feels like it's digging into my PUTT. But that being said, $7,000 a month. But that's not the biggest headache. The biggest headache is buying it, in my opinion. And yeah, they have a surcharge onto Starlink, and it's maddening. So typically it's worth 30 something thousand dollars. If you're buying it in Jamaica, then a little tax here plus the shipping, charge probably brings you to probably a little over $40,000. And now when you buy it, it's worth $89,000. That's for the Starlink Mini. If you buy the Starlink Standard, though, which was more expensive than the Mini, guess what? It's cheaper than the Mini. So back then, which was last year when I was introduced to it, it was for 60 something thousand dollars. And I suppose with tax, it may bring it up to a little bit over. No, then again, no, it didn't. It was still $60,000. But now, with the surcharge added to it, it brings it up to $79,000, which makes it cheaper than the Starlink Mini. But a lot of people are after the Mini because it's mobile and you can move about the place with it, and you're not necessarily stuck, one place. You know what I mean? So you can have a roaming plan with it. So I suppose that's why many people are after it, and that's why it's now more expensive than the standard, right? But it's madness. You know what I mean? I wish and I hope and I pray I could go back in time and buy it back then, but it is what it is. I suffered through that. I had to lock my eyes and go purchase. I wonder if the regular person knows how sweet it feels to set a goal as big as a world championship and come out as the champion. Yeah, that's crazy. Some of us would never know what that feels like. To be the best in the world at something, not in your country, not in your community, in the world. I think the predictions are like horse racing. You bet you may very, yeah, you can lose. Just one of those things. And that's why sometimes when I hear people talking about my predictions and going, oh, I got something wrong, I'm like, obviously, I'm not going to get everything right. But you have to look at how someone performs an average, I believe, when it comes to predictions. And I think for 2025 so far throughout the season, my predictions have been going strong. So I'm not disappointed at all with how things have gone, based on how I've been reading things. So I'm getting good vibes when it comes to the World Championship. So let's see. Um, do you know how much heats are in the preliminaries? I can tell you. Let's go there now. I don't know if I've talked so long that I'm starting to taste BLOOD in my mouth, but it feels weird. I haven't talked this much in a long time. So I'm gonna tell you all the timetable. So we're into the men's 100 meters preliminary. Three. So there are 3 rounds in the preliminaries. So it will be over and done pretty quick. So this won't be lasting forever. And remember that I'll be back tomorrow morning, early, 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 and before in Jamaica, as they say, cock put on him draws, right? I believe the time, what's the time again? I have to reconfirm the time. I think it's 4:30 it begins. So I may be here at 4, or am I going to be here at 4:30? Let me see again. Let me double let me double check. Let me double check. Na, 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 na. Okay. Schedule. I'll be back tomorrow morning at so they started 3,000 meter steeplechase at 4. So I'll be here at 3:30. Well, I might be here for 4. 4, let's just say 4. I might just start on time because this is really early, right? So I might just start on time. So I'll be here for 4 or slightly earlier, maybe like 10 minutes earlier, right? So again, it ends tonight at well, not at, but after the 4x4 mixed relay, and the 4x4 mixed relay comes up at 9:55. Did I make my screen small? I think I did. Let me do Control Plus and see. No, it's actually the right size. Oh, okay. Do you know how much heats are in the 100-meter prelims? Oh, I answered this. Energy says 100K. I'm not sure what you're saying, Ray. Some people don't understand how predictions go. We make predictions based on who we expect to win, not who we want to win. Hey, Mr. Docs, thank you so very much for this super chat. I appreciate it. That's £2. Morning, afternoon, and evening, Miss T and chat. I think it's morning for you. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And yeah, the chat welcomes you as well. Me wish me could. Me wish I could have seen the games. What do you mean? Where are you located? Because you should have someone broadcasting depending on where you are. And if you're online, then you have access. So we need to figure out where you are to tell you where to go. My prediction: 10 medals. I deserve a medal for this prediction. Let's see how it goes. Um, the prelims comes up at. Did I tell you that time? No, I didn't. So the prelims comes up at 9:25. I think I'm either going blind or my screen is too tiny. Okay, why is that my chat isn't scrolling anymore? Okay. You're in Grenada. Ooh. I have no idea who has broadcast rights in Grenada, Mercedes. You're gonna have to see if you can check it out. But it's probably looking like it. You may not have one since it's Grenada. I don't know. And Sportsmax no longer exists. So maybe you have to seek coverage elsewhere, and that may require a VPN. I'm watching One Spot Media right now. So as long as you're on One Spot Media, then you'll be able to see. Hey Siobhan, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for being back. Hey O'Shane, thanks for being back. Yes, I'm glad to be here, and I've missed you all as well. I've missed this one-on-one where I can just rattle off and just talk nonstop since I love to parrot away, and everybody knows I love to talk. So yeah. um Hey T, happy to see your live stream. Oh, I think I've read this already. Okay, thanks, love. Yes, Mercedes. Where can I get coverage for Jamaica for free? One Spot Media. It's free in Jamaica, locally here. One Spot Media or TVJ Sports Network, or if you're listening to the radio, I suppose their radio. What's their radio called? RJR. What's they have a sports radio station? I don't know what it's called, but in Jamaica, it's free. So there are multiple places you can get it. When is the women's 100 meters? So the heats for the women and the men come up tomorrow morning, and we will be live. So we will be watching what happens for Jamaica tonight. The women discus throw. We have Samantha Hall. She's our only representative, and she comes up in the heats in Pool B that will be starting shortly. And then we also have the mixed 4x4 heats coming up as well, and we're looking out for Team Jamaica there. Actually, let me go click on that mixed 4x4 to see if they put up who is running yet, because if they not should give me one good team, me I go scream Chuckies. So prepare to see me give you one of those siren screens. Although I'm not girly, so I don't have one of those like a siren screens. I probably scream and go, "Ugh." Okay. Who knew that talking to yourself could be this fun? Oh my gosh. What did I say I was gonna do? Okay. The mix 4x4. I am not seeing. Okay, there's an official start list. Let me see if they give us names. No, I'm not seeing any names. Do I have to log in? I might have to log in, to see everything, because I didn't remember that I have to log into these things, and I didn't do that yet. So let me grab this computer and see if I can log into World Athletics and see what it gives me. Um, World Athletics. Where am I? Let me see if I can see something as it relates to who they have. Okay. What is this? I don't want a calendar. Okay, we're on it. Do I just log in? Let me see if I see something. I thought my thing should autofill. Listen, I'm not going to remember these things. Things like password and whatever. No, I already have an account. So what are you doing? Okay. Sign in. Okay. Let me see if I'm signing in. Let me see if I get a bit more details. Because I honestly hate how it looks when you're not signed in, and I don't think they give you everything when you're not signed in. And it's taking me 10 years to sign in. But anyway, let's see. Samantha Hall will be coming up shortly in the women's discus. So I'm waiting to see that. Full timetable. Let's go to that. I hate how the timetable looks. Can I tell you? I absolutely dislike it. I preferred how it looked in 2024. Well, not even 2024, just a few months ago, a few weeks ago. What is this? I don't like this. They don't give you it in full screen. They give it in one like a juke up something. It's making me sad. I don't know. Like nothing is. All right, guys. I don't see a start list, so I guess maybe 30 minutes before the actual event, they'll probably put up the start list. So for now, we just have to wait and see. We usually don't do that well in the mix. Usually we don't do that well in the mix. I agree. But I was looking at the team and I was looking at with what everybody else is coming with. And we actually do have a shot. You know what I mean? We do have a shot. The athletes just have to go out there and run, their best. Plus also we have to, put out a team out there, that is competent enough because I don't believe it's the mixed relay is one of those events where we can use maybe B team, let's put it that way, to qualify and then try to, run A team in the finals. I don't think so. I think we have to go with A team from the get go, right? And let me use what's they called. Let's use Dominica last year. Dominica Republic, actually, not Dominica, because it's two different countries. Let's use Dominica Republic at the Olympic Games last year, right? They used a B team to try to qualify, and they never qualified. You know what I mean? For the finals for the Olympic Games in the mixed relays. So you have to be careful when it comes to, who you put out there in the first round. But I believe if we put that A team out there, not only will we get qualified, but I believe that they can also contend for one of those top positions. Plus, also potentially, Femke Ball may not run the mixed relay. So it makes things a little, probably a little better for Team Jamaica when we think about again the countries that are competing. Don't get me wrong, every country ups their games when it's championship time, so I'm expecting that. But I don't think we're not in the conversation, right? I see because I did watch, the commentary on, TVJ, and a lot of people don't believe that our mixed relay team has a shadow of a doubt of competing. So let's see what happens. I don't think so. I think we have a shot. But people say I'm highly delusional. So let's see. I hope the Japanese citizens don't confuse don't confuse Kung Fu Kenny for a Japanese. Oh my gosh. Thanks Synergy for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. How much does it cost monthly for Starlink? $7,000. That's the plan I'm on at least, but you have more expensive plans. Um, saw it on Instagram. Jamaica was in lane two. So yes, I can tell you lanes and so forth, but I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you who is running. And Jamaica is actually not in lane two. Jamaica is in lane three. So in heat one, in lane one, Japan, lane two, Canada, lane three, Jamaica, lane four, Italy, lane five, Great Britain, lane six, United States of America. I saw them as stack this year. Anyway, it's not like most of these countries have depth like America. So don't let the names fool you, right? They don't have as much depth as America does, right? South Africa is in lane seven, lane eight has Ireland, and lane nine has Germany. I think when it comes to the mixed relays outside of USA that has the strength and depth to field really good teams across the board when it comes to 4x4s, I think you have to keep your eyes on the Europeans. The Europeans, them turning a one different type of beast when they run relays. You know what I mean? So you have to keep your eyes on them, right? But I still believe that Jamaica has what it takes to run and qualify. They take the first three, and the next two based on times. Based on who Jamaica is running with, I think Jamaica finishes second in this race. Call me, well, then again, I haven't seen who is running. Save that from when I see who is running, then I may scream a little and then, say, oh my God, no. Or if they do what I'm hoping they do and run a good team from the get go, then yeah, we're in it. And that's what we want because you don't want to run the risk, as I said, of not qualifying. That's a no no. So in heat two, the Netherlands is in lane two. Wait a minute. Did I call the lanes wrong? No, because in lane one, okay. So in heat one, there are 9 lanes that are competing. So they filled all 9 lanes in heat one. But in heat two, only 8 lanes will be used. So Netherlands comes in heat two, and they are in lane two. China is in. Wait a minute. Did I just call China a while ago? Oh, it was Canada. All right. So China is in lane two, in lane three, sorry. France is in lane four. Australia is in lane five. Kenya is in lane six. Poland is in lane seven. Belgium is in lane eight, and Spain is in lane nine. And something else that's also keep in mind as well when I think about these relays. I don't know if I said it when I was talking about the Dominican Republic, but part of the reason why you don't see a Dominican Republic team here in the mixed 4x4 as well is because one, they didn't qualify to the finals for the mixed 4x4 at the Olympic Games, which means that their A team didn't have an opportunity to run and get a faster time that would have still ranked them high in 2025 because the times are taken from a particular date in 2024 all the way back to 2025. If they had ran, they would have potentially had a faster time than Jamaica, which would have put us in problems in terms of qualifying, but they didn't. And then second, when they went to they didn't get to go to the World Relays because they had visa issues, so they didn't even get to compete at the World Relays. So guess what? Not making it to the finals has a ripple effect, right? Because it affected, Dominican Republic, as we see here, doesn't have a team, and they are strong enough to, contend for, medals when it comes to this mixed 4x4. So that's how the heat sheets looks for that event. All right, where are we? What's going on now? They're finishing up the race walk. The women have not completed completely yet. So I guess, or maybe have they finished everybody? No. I'm not sure if everybody's done now, but they're still on the race walk. No, they're not done yet. I see more people still walking. Um, a lot of good runners didn't make the 400-meter team. US, so I know their mixed relay is going to be hard to beat. I have them for gold. I don't see nobody beating them. They have the strength and the depth, and I don't believe the other teams are as strong as they were in previous years to really challenge them. So yeah, exactly. A team from the jump. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I did watch on TVJ during the commentary. They said they spoke with, I don't want to not call her name right. So let me go back through this thing properly. They spoke with Ranisha McGregor, and it seems as though Ranisha McGregor could potentially run in the heats because she was saying, they're in good spirits and they're going to go, they're going to run their hardest. But I'm not going to lie to you, and this has nothing to do with Ranisha McGregor, but I'm just looking at the current shape and I'm going, is this the best decision? Is she the only person available? What's happening? That's how I feel. So right now, I'm just hoping that they do the right thing. I hope they look at who is running in the heats and go, okay, Jamaica, this is who is running. I hope they don't blunder. The mixed 4x4 team is weak. Hope they can pull a surprise. The mixed 4x4 team in general is always weaker than the general 4x4 because one's teams don't have as much strength and depth. And an athlete has to be willing to, if they're a part of, let's say, the individual 400 meters, willing to leave that and go run a mixed 4x4. And not everybody is willing to do that. Majority of the Europeans you see sometimes do it, but not everybody is going to be doing it. Well, then again, actually, only Jamaica don't do it, now that I think about it. Because I've probably seen every, well, Great Britain. I don't think I've seen Great Britain do it, right? Have they? Have they ever run individual athletes in a mixed relay? I don't think I've seen that. But for the most part, it seems as though countries do run their, best athletes in the mixed relay. But I don't think, it's as good as, every other year. Let's put it that way. Maybe I'm slightly delusional. Who knows? Um, The mixed 4x4 team is we. Oh, I read that already. To how me excited, me know what we do. Just there wait. Yes, I'm excited as well. Day one, I'm excited. This is the morning session. Can't wait to see what happens with Jamaica. Is it morning session? I don't want to be confused. I think this is morning. Um, what time does the session start in UK? I have no idea. It starts what did I say again? 4 o'clock Jamaica time. 4 a.m. Jamaica time. And right now it is 8:36 my time. So you can try to calculate the time difference yourself. Um, I hope they put at least one of the big 400-meter runners on the women's side. No, I think if we run, I honestly think if we run Leah Anderson, Shaquina Foot, uh, whether it be Zanjan Barnes, Joshua Dennis, or Bovell McPherson, I think any set of these athletes will be able to qualify us no problem. And again, it sounds bad me leaving out Ranisha McGregor, but I honestly don't want to risk it. So again, I don't want her to take it personal, or anybody that knows her take it personal that I'm not including her in my A team. That's just how I feel as things stand right now. T, are you putting Kobe in the mix relay? Yeah. If we can get him to run the finals, absolutely. Does he want to run the finals is another thing, because remember, the athletes have to make themselves available, right? So if they don't make themselves available, then no, it's not gonna happen. So, given the time to the 200 meters, I don't necessarily think it's going to affect him per se. To compete in the 4x4, but you never the mixed 4x4, but you never know. You know what I mean? You never know, right? So I don't want to just kind of saddle Chris with this type of load, and it might be unfair to him. Again, let's see who makes themselves available, and yeah, we'll go from there. Whoa, we got a big super chat from Winston Hardin, $50. I need to, where is it? Can't I click on it and it comes on the screen immediately? Apparently not. So let me go find it. Oh, he didn't say anything. Thank you, Winston, for the $50 super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Whoa. I don't know where I was in the comments. I kind of lost it a bit. So I'm trying to find back the comments that I'm at. Um, they released the names at the end of sports news. Okay, who did they say? I don't know what sports news. Who did they say is running? Don't scare me, please. Oh my God, uh why do I feel like it's something bad? I feel like it's something bad and I'm scared. I wish Tia wasn't hurt because she was faster than Tina. You know what, guys? I don't want persons to see an athlete run their best and qualify and say things like you wish it was somebody else. You know what I mean? Allow those persons to go out and compete and prove themselves. You don't know what Tina is capable of doing. You know what I mean? Allow her to go out there. Again, let's go back to 2008 or even 2001, right? Where one athlete didn't get the opportunity to run. And I believe she quit track and field after that. You know what I mean? So, again, when athletes make the team, put in the work, and do what is required and are a part of top three, just support them as much as you can and don't wish it was somebody else. You know what I mean? We have to work with who we have. Yes, guys. Thank Winston. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Um, will you be showing the race? No, Alia. I will get a big fat copyright strike and I will lose my channel. And I've been through too much this season to even think about it. Um, as of right now, I think Tia and Tina are on par with their speed. Tia is the better starter, but I think Tina has the better speed endurance. I think Tina for sure has the better speed endurance, but I do think that Tia, sorry, if she gets it right, will run a faster race than Tina. It's just that her speed endurance isn't solid. So you may get it and it's awesome, and you may not get it. You know what I mean? So there's not necessarily the consistency there that we're looking for from her in every single race. Right. But that takes development, for the most part. Tina is just one of those athletes that are, really transitioning well and is showing that, hey, she's able to maintain her speed a bit better than her twin sister. But yeah, I think they're both really awesome athletes, to be fair. You know what I mean? And I just, can't wait to see when Tina takes to the track, because I really have high hopes for her. And if it's one thing I know, she's really mentally tough. So I know she's gonna go out there and fight tooth and nail and try to get everything she can for herself. And at the end of the day, track is made of chips fall where they lie. You know what I mean? There's only so much and no more that you can do. You can only go out there and compete at your best. And once you give off your best, that's all we ask for the athletes. Um, let's see. Agreed with that, T. At the end of the day, it's anyone's game. Yeah. T, do you know the squad for the mixed relay? I haven't heard it, but somebody said that they released the list on sports. What do you call it? On TVJ Sports. I didn't hear it, so let me check online to see if there's any mention of it. If I see a mention of the team, then I will let you know. As things stand right now, there is no list that is currently updated to the actual World Championships website. Okay, so I see that they've released their interview with Ronisha McGregor. That she'll be that, and she's happy to be competing in the mixed 4x4 relay pool. I'm not seeing any confirmation if she's gonna be the one there or somebody else. But as things stand right now, it seems as though, cause you don't know how things go already when it comes to this whole coaching situation. So make we see how it gonna. Make we just wish for the best. Make we just pray for the best when it comes to these athletes. That's all. We just have to go pray for the best. If you look up Kishane Thompson's 200 meters on YouTube, he gets ran down by Antonio Watson, and he fades badly like Salwa Nasa in the four. Well, Salwa fades because she has a really, awesome tool, but she doesn't fade all the time, right? And she's been working on. Okay, so group. What is this? Which group is this? Is this group? I think this is group B. I think group B has begun. Let me go look. Yeah, man, time's supposed to reach now for group B. Let me go look for group B in the discus. So they're over to the discus now, and we're taking a look at. I logged in. Where did I log in on? Oh, I logged in on this. Let me go check back the thingy. Let me tell you what's currently going on with the women's discus. Let's go to live and let's see what's happening in the discus. So the discus has begun so far. Van Kleen from the Netherlands is qualified with 66.39 meters throw, the first attempt. And also Valerie Alman, sorry, from the USA has also automatically qualified with the first attempt, 66.07 meters. So that's how things look right now. Let me check for Samantha Hall's throw to see where she is. She threw a new personal best this season. I believe this makes her the second furthest throw as from a Jamaican perspective ever. I believe it's 64 points. 64.37, I believe, or something like that this season, right? So as long as she's in her personal best shape, then she can automatically qualify to the finals, right? Remember, to qualify automatically, you need to throw in excess of 64 meters. And if you can't throw in excess, sorry, of 64 meters, then you have to ensure that you're within top 12. So as things stand right now, Samantha Hall has not taken her first throw as yet. Janelle hasn't switched allegiance. Janelle has seemingly retired from track. Probably. Guys, you can't be mad at women when they choose family over the hard life, which is work. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just, part of probably our makeup, where majority of the times we choose family over anything else, and you can't be mad at that. And I tell people all the time, like, if I was in a position where, I never had to work another day in my life, you think I'd just be working? I don't think any woman is going to choose that. So yeah. Where am I? Somebody posted above Zandria and Leah Powell Oakley. Oh, really? Okay. That's not bad. I like that actually. So we're going for A team with Oakley. That's nice. That's nice. Where was this announced? I was checking online and I didn't see it. So I'm glad. I'm glad that they're going with, a strong team. That's good. That is good. Beg your money, T. Sister me there, yes, I beg the money. Oh my gosh, I'm weak. Um, McGregor outperformed Foot in the training videos in the Japanese YouTube channel. Guys, we can't use a training run, to judge anything. And I remember something I was watching earlier on. So one of the analysts on TVJ, he used to train with Nesta Carter back in the day, and he said like he would be beating Nesta Carter in training. And Nesta Carter turned up a championship, and Nesta Carter dismantling, and he must say to himself, so then after Nesta Carter no saw them as something when he might train. So again, you can't necessarily use a training run. And let me give you another example. 2015, Team USA lost the 4x4 100 meters to Jamaica. And I remember Natasha Hastings. Was it 2015 or 2016? No, it wasn't 2015 because we won in 2015. So it had to be 2016. So 2016, Natasha Hastings was used to running on the 4x400 meters, right? So she goes into the heats and she just does enough, I suppose, to qualify, right? And she was removed from the team and switched out with somebody else. I don't remember who replaced her, but I just remember the fallout of that. She was complaining and she was saying that, you know, she didn't know that the basis of selecting, the athletes was for her to come out there and, do too much in the heat, right? She thought the requirement was just to qualify. You know what I mean? So, um, at the end of the day, Chuck, is you have to take these, slight little nuances into consideration when you're talking about, when these athletes are running and how much effort they actually put into the run. You know what I mean? But yeah, I understand what you're saying nonetheless. Again, maybe, and another thing that you have to take into consideration as well, Ranisha McGregor is trying to be on that team. So she's trying to show the coaches that, hey, I'm fit enough and I'm ready to go. So you also have to take these things into consideration. Maybe Shaquina Foot was like, listen, I'm one of the best people here. I don't have to do too much. Is there a chance of live streaming World Championships on YouTube? No, I will get a copyright strike. Apologies. Good night, T. It's bedtime for me. Thank you so very much for joining Q Synergy. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you on the upcoming streams, whether it be the morning or the evening when you are available. Thank you. All right, Laos taking the 100-meter goal. We'll take silver, bronze. JM will take silver and bronze. Sure. You see the Lion King. You know what happened to the lion? You get dash off on one stone top. Okay, I'm a mess. Okay, let's continue. I'm so mad. Hey, T, do you watch World on TV for free for John? What? I'm confused. Hello, T. Do you guys watch World Championships on TV, I guess, for free in Jamaica? Yes, we do. We do watch it free in Jamaica. And if you're in Jamaica, you can also watch it free. One Spot Media. I don't watch local TV. Actually, I don't even turn on my TV. I haven't turned on a TV in years, so I don't even know what that looks like. Right. But so I always watch online. I always watch from One Spot Media. And on One Spot Media, you can either be on TVJ or TVJ Sports Network. I am watching from TVJ Sports Network. Lord of mercy. All right. No, sir. Wait, so we have to send Scarf him. Coming in no way, my talk. Like him want to get dash over one stone top. Oh my gosh, guys. So let's check on the latest in the Discus through. Let me tell you all the latest there. Seems we have some athletes that are automatically getting qualified. So, where's my life? Am I the only one that dislikes the current setup? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the current World Championships website. Women's Discus throw. So, as things stand right now, still only Valerie Allman and Van Cleen have automatically qualified. I'm going to check to see if our Jamaican has thrown just yet. At the time, she has not. She had not thrown. So let us see. Where are we? Shot puts, not the men. And as you all know, we don't have a representative in the men's shot put, unfortunately. All right, so Samantha Hall took her first attempt. However, she fouled. So she only has two more attempts to see if she'll be able to throw as far enough as possible to make it into the finals. And remember, the mark to automatically qualify is 64 meters. And if you have not thrown 64 meters, then you have to hope you've thrown far enough to be in top 12. Yeah, the website is a mess. I don't know why they keep changing stuff up. It's all over the place. It's annoying me. And it's so funny because they changed the website recently. I think last year again they changed it. And it took me a minute to get used to the new website. And I finally got new to the website, got used to the new website, and now it's a whole different thing again. I'm like, child, I don't know what's happening here. Yes, you have to sign up. Just create a free account. So all you need is an email and a password, and you're good. Nothing big. You're not paying any money, anything like that. One Spot Media is not allowing me to see it. As long as you're in Jamaica, you should be allowed to see it. So I'm not sure what's going on. All right, let me see if I can see online some more. If anybody has posted about the mixed 4x4 team, because I'm not seeing that. as yet. We're getting reports that Jamaica is sending out a really strong team. So I'm looking out to see that. Um, Seems that we're not playing any games when it comes to this particular event. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm still not seeing anything, guys. So we're not missing anything, trackies. Just so you know. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Yeah, people are reacting to Mike Powell being banned from everything. I'm telling you, they literally banned this man indefinitely. It's not even like a ban that says, "Oh, we're banning you 2 years." This they say they're literally banning this man indefinitely. I'm like, Jesus, what was he doing? Supplying or some shit? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. They banned this man from everything. It has to be the wildest thing. Um, I'm looking. Okay, so apparently this is the new can I'm trying to remember if Nike has a different kit altogether for long distance runners versus short distance runners when from a USA perspective, and I don't, is it like dead flat colors? Because that could be a thing too, and I didn't consider it earlier when I was talking about the uniforms. Why are these flying ants? No, somebody told me it's not ants. What did y'all tell me it was some time ago? Whatever they are, those things that fly. Guys, I'm not seeing people mentioning the team. I'm not seeing any mention of the team that will be running for the mixed 4x4. So, as things stand right now, we just have to keep chugging along until we hear something. Yeah, not seeing anything, guys. I'm not seeing any confirmation of the team. So if somebody knows or heard, they can always tell me exactly where they saw the information, and I'll double check to make sure that it is a confirmation, but I'm not seeing it. You're outside of Jamaica, but you do have somebody that broadcasts it locally, depending on where you are. So you just need to figure out who broadcasts it where you are. So if you're in the U.S., Peacock. Well, I don't know if Peacock is free, but maybe you have to have like a what do you call it, cable plan, right? But Peacock in the U.S. If you're in Canada, CBC Sports, UK, I think maybe like a BBC. So you just have to figure out where, well, not necessarily figure out where you are. I'm sure you know where you are, but figure out who is streaming, who has rights to stream in your country. And yes, somebody said if you use a VPN, you can use one spot anywhere. You can try that as well. No, it's different, Carl. Pay-per-view is different. So TVJ does not have rights to broadcast the World Championships outside of Jamaica. So even if you're in the US and you sign in and they pick up that you're in the US, you will not be able to see the World Athletics Championships because they do not have rights to broadcast the championships outside of Jamaica. I hope that makes sense. T, will you be live? Yes, I will be live for the world champ for the women's 100-meter heats. I come on 4 tomorrow morning, so look out for that. I'll be here ready to yap along. On TV, Jay McGregor said she's going to be the one running. I saw that interview. They mentioned it earlier as well, and I did highlight that. But we never know. There could be last minute changes. You know what I mean? Because remember, they're underground. I'm sure they're probably hearing that Poland is using their A team. So you have to take these things into consideration. You know what I mean? You can't just run with any team willy nilly. So you have to be making sure that you're on the ball, checking who is running for each country, and then you apply your team that is available to you as things go. Um, T, I love that scream. You're so funny. I don't even remember when I screamed. But okay, if you're in the US, you will have to download Peacock, and they have a monthly plan that you can choose. Okay, so you're getting information coming through. If you're in the US, download Peacock, but you have to pay a monthly plan in order to access their footage. So, guys, keep those things in mind. And let me tell you guys something as well. I know a lot of people are against paying for watching track and field, and I've seen a lot of people, complain about it online, especially this year when the US, I believe, switched over to what are they called? Flow track for the Diamond League. There are a lot of people that don't want to pay for it and so forth. But I'm like, listen, I love track and field so much. I'm willing to not miss something. You know what I mean? And I also want to support the sport. So yeah, you have the greedy people that are trying to make as much money as possible, from the fans. But honestly, if I'm thinking about it from supporting, the sport perspective, I want to be a part of the people that's actually paying to watch. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily want everything willy nilly free. You know what I mean? The only reason I don't, you know, quote unquote pay to watch the Diamond League is because I don't have cable, because I don't watch TV. You know what I mean? But if I watch TV, I would not, in my opinion, have cable, and I would watch Flow Sport, you know what I mean? So I would just, watch it from there. But I don't necessarily have an issue when it comes to pain, and I don't want us to complain every time it comes to supporting our sport that we have to pay. You know what I mean? Track Universe, if even if you pay for the even if you pay for the subscription, if you don't have a VPN there and they pick up that you're in the US, I don't believe you're going to be able to see anything because they can't broadcast it outside of Jamaica. So you have to keep those things in mind. And see, the persons are explaining the price of the plan. So keep those things in mind. T, it is look like Dejanay are on the mixed relay. They brought them out. Did they bring them out on the track? Oh, we're getting closer to the mixed relay. Let me see, guys, because I haven't been looking. I'm excited already. Woo! Let's go back to World Athletics and check who in the team. Let's check who is in the team. I am going to be dancing up a storm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, calm down. Where am I? Go. Let's go back to timetable. Timetable. Mixed 4x4 heats. I'm still not seeing a start list. No start list is available. Why is there no start list available? Can somebody please explain this to me? Not that there's no start list available, I mean, with actual names filtered in. Why? Are they waiting half an hour before the event? The event begins at 9:50. What's it? 9:40. The event begins at 9:40, right? So they have 5 minutes before they're supposed to send in their final team officially. I think you have a half an hour before the actual event to send in your team, right? So Hopefully, in 5 minutes, we'll see something auto populated in World Athletics that shows us the team. Because I don't know what's happening. Oh, you saw her in the warm up area. Actually, me now watch your screen. What am I going to do with my computer? Where am I going to put it? Because listen, if I start running up and down, it will fall and break. Leave me alone. I want so much ants in here. Is there something open? There must be somewhere open because there's way too many of these things flying around. The mixed relay is coming up at 9:40, so we have some time to go before it comes up. I'm living in Jamaica, LOL. Okay, so you're watching it for free. You don't have to pay. Because I'm sweet. They're not actually ants, guys. They're who somebody told me what they're called and I forgot. Chichi. Is it Chichi or something somebody said? Let me see if I can catch one. All right, it's flying too fast. I can't catch it. So it is what it is. It's flying too fast. I think somebody told me last year that they're Chichi. Something like that. Also NBC, when they decide to broadcast is free. Okay. So guys, again, you're getting info. When they decide to broadcast, it's free on NBC. So keep these things in mind. Let me double check what's going on the stream. Let me see if you all are hitting the like button. I see 515 people here. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Let us take a look at the actual likes. Okay, the likes are nice. 424. You guys are doing the thing. I love you all. Thank you. Absolutely. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm looking at the so they're now getting the men ready for the 100-meter preliminary. I guess we can talk about this a bit, Trackies. I don't really know none of them people, I'm not gonna tell them no lie. I'm not gonna tell them no lie. So me check for nobody where I run 10-3. Me not check for nobody where I run 10-3. So me can guarantee you say me probably don't know who them are people here be. Probably. Duck ants. LOL. Somebody says it's not chichi, it's duck ants. Look here, I don't know what. I don't know what it is. I call them flying ants all my life, but somebody said to me recently that they're not ants. If I look at them, they actually look like worms. Actually, me need to grab one. I haven't grabbed one, but they actually do look like little worms flying around. Okay, so the start list is there now. Okay, good. Let's go. Let us go look. Let's refresh. Come on, come on, come on. No, that's the discus. Wait, where am I? Okay, 4x4 relays. Again, I keep getting confused. Okay, let's start out. We have Javon Powell, Dejanay Oakley, Zandrian Barnes, Leah Anderson. Okay. Okay, Jamaica, we mean absolute business. Okay, we're not playing no games. You mad? How mad I don't come here for medal? You see who Great Britain has? Louis Davy. That's really strong. That's like one of their top men in the 400 this season. Let me double check the times where the people are running on because me know said that Louis Davy are run 44 something that season here. 400 meters men. 400-meter men. Let's go to world. No, let's go to country. Come, I can't bother with that. Country, Great Britain. Great Britain. Me know some say Louis Davy run. Yeah, man. Louis Davy run 44.91. So them have a 44 athlete there, so. Great Britain not play neither. All right, Great Britain, I see you. I see you, Great Britain. You're here to play, and so are we. All right, so the men's 100 meters preliminary is on track. Let me just put this in front of me so that I can see what's happening. I don't want to be looking all the way over there. I'm gonna have to figure out my setup so that I can see this and be looking over here at the same time. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go back to the start list again and see what is going on. Cause GB come out heavy. Remember, they take three and the next two times. Gosh, I have 100 pages. Oh, maybe no women there. Okay, here is the list. Nicole Jurgen. Listen, all right. Great Britain come out pretty heavy. USA, of course, is going to be good. USA, Bryce Deadman, Lena Irby Jackson, Jonah McKeever, and Alexis Holmes. Okay, I'm not sure I'm familiar with this McKeever person, but whatever. Um, South Africa is there. Let me see who South Africa comes with. Um, listen. Some of them come here, come strong, you know. Charlene Maudsley is there for Ireland. But then again, Ireland is down, Rashida. So I mean, I think Ireland is gonna be as strong, but let's see. People can do wonders when they're on relays, sometimes. Germany. Okay. All right, based on how this look track is, Jamaica and Great Britain is supposed to have fight for the second place in this race. I think so. We're gonna be behind, I believe, on the first leg. Well, then again, Javon Powell, I'm hoping he's in better shape. You know what I mean? For them to choose Javon Powell over the likes of a Bovel McPherson, and who was the other person again? Joshua Dennis. Joshua Dennis, we saw him running in relays recently, looked really good. It means that Javon Powell's shape must be better. You know what I mean? So, and he's a good runner once he's in great shape. You know what I mean? He runs really good. If you check him running collegiate running, for Florida, especially, then again, when we talk about for Florida alone, we see him run good relay for Jamaica too, right? So once he's in good shape, the relay legs are really good, right? He hasn't been in the best shape in 2025, but guess what? We don't know how he might go look when he lines up at this particular championship. So that team might look good, That team might look good. Me tell you, I have with silver, cause I think Netherlands are coming full fledged, but it's gonna be close. Cause look like so the other country them realize that everybody step up them game to and them are sending A people too. So make we see, make we see. Yes, the men's 100-meter heat is taking place now. That is the preliminary round. And the first race is off. Lord God, this man pull up injured. Oh my poor thing. Two-man pull up. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Santos from which country is this? No, it's not Santos. It's Boris. Boris takes the win. He runs 10:41. I don't even know which country this we're all black. Child. Okay, Haitian. Are they who this? Are the Haitian pull up? Oh, it's Haiti. Oh no, it's the Haitian one. Bonjour. Okay. It's not black, it's blue. It's dark blue. But then Haiti flag. A black? No, it's black. It's black. Black is in Haiti's flag. Okay. I'm so used to not seeing Haiti that I don't even know what their clothes looks like. So Haiti takes the win. 10:41. Bonjour. Bonjour. So the mixed 4x4 comes up at 9:40. So it comes up in a little less, sorry, than half an hour. 25 minutes. How why this a stream I brought down? How I gonna so? Okay, TVJ, fix up on yourself. Please and thanks. I like this team. I really, really like this team. I remember I said I had us for a medal. I think I put us in. Silver, depending on what the Netherlands comes with. If the Netherlands comes with like a super duper team, then I'm putting us down into bronze. But as things stand right now, yeah, Jamaica is looking like we're ready to challenge finally. First time it look like we'll take this thing serious. We'll take it serious. I'm here for it. Guys, I don't want to lie to you any of y'all when it comes to track and field. I ain't checking for nobody that's running 10-4. So I tell you, I'm sure I probably know none of these guys that are running. It's just so it go. You can't focus on every single soul. You know how much athletes exist? Let me go look at Samantha Hall. Let me see what she are going with. Because she fouled her first throw. So we need to see what she's good if she's good now. See what if she got on the board. Because them not show with Samantha Hall, because she's not one of the star athletes, so they're not gonna show her through. Uh they're showing the shot put. This is shot put. Where's the discus? All right, so they're in the third no. Wait, discuss. Yeah, man, they're in the third attempt. Okay. All right, so Samantha Hall is on the board. In her second attempt, she threw 60.20. Where does this put her overall? Let me go into the events. All right, so group. Am I in group B? Okay, so this is group B. Let me go into group A and see what's the. Remember, 12 people, they take 12. So, three automatically qualify already. So that means one, two, three, four. So there are four, no, yeah, four people ahead of her so far here. So that's seven. Let me go back to group B. Seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. So now she's sitting in 14th position. So she's in the 14th position. So she has to do or die in her last round. She has to throw as far as possible and pray that she gets further than what's her distance that she has to throw further than 62.33. Further than that. All right, so they're back to the heats for the preliminary rounds. Let's see. Um, did the ladies run the 100 meters yet? No. So tomorrow morning, Jamaica time, that is when the preliminaries for the women's 100, not the preliminaries, sorry, the heats actually, the first round, the heats for the men and the women come up. So that will begin, well, the morning session begins at 4, and at some point during the morning, the women. And I'll tell you before the stream ends what time the actual events are coming up in the morning. Me not lie, the man run 10-4 and I beat him chest. Why wanna share this so? Wanna share this so bad? Wanna share the bad man? Bad, 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 bad. Ready? Oh, false start. Faulty start. I'm have to go start again. T, if they are in Canada with a box, then they can watch TVJ or TVJ Sports Network. The box gives many countries local. Oh, really? I had no idea. So, okay, guys, if you have a box, I'm not sure what this box is, but a box. Is it like the little dongle, something where you plug into the Android TVs? That's what you call a box? Okay, I get you. All right, so we're watching the preliminaries for the second heat. Remember, there's only three preliminaries, and heat one is already gone. I'm gonna tell you how many people they take out of the preliminaries as well. Why is my shoulder hurting me all of a sudden? Jamaica, everybody said gas. Immediately, my man said, "Do I have gas in my shoulder?" The race is off. All right, let's see how this is going. You can't say nothing about the man name coming don't know who is who. All right, so Al Himani of Iraq took the win, 10.57 seconds. And a man from Seychelles was there to come into in second. So let me tell you how much they take from this thingy. Um, in the preliminaries, they take two from each heat plus the next two fastest times. So six athletes get to progress. No, sorry, eight athletes. Sorry, eight athletes get to progress from the preliminary round. So two from each heat, which would make six plus the next two fastest times. That makes eight. And of course, they get to compete in round one for the men's 100 meters. And that is why you don't see a start list yet out for the men's 100 meters. And that is because they have to first run the preliminary round and then do the seeding after that. Let me see what y'all are saying. Okay. All right. Let me see Samantha Hall. I really want to make sure that she's doing her thing. Okay, so Samantha is next. She hasn't made taken her throw yet, but she's next. So let me see what going here. So okay, so the German seemingly gets up into 63. Yes, she threw 63.51. I need Samantha Hall to give us one of those close to PB throws. Or at least get up into 62 because what was it? So I said she has to follow 62 something. No, 63. Me no want you chance it. Just go for your PB. Just go for your PB. We're not chancing it. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited. Jamaica is in. Look here. You can know you when I get good vibes, you know. You can see when them come out strong and them ready, you know. They're ready, you know. You see them come out enough mixed 4x4 that them must tell us that them not playing the games. Guys, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. You have to be nothing but happy when you see them thing here. All right, so we're getting into the third and final heat. So the third and final heat for the mixed relay. And guys, we're literally getting up close to the end of the championship. As I mean, end of day one. Is this end of day one? I is the end of the morning session. I'm confused. End of the morning session. End of the morning session. We're getting close to the end of the morning session. Oh, I know a couple of these people that are in this race. Maybe because they're close to home, they're from the Caribbean, and I'm familiar with them, right? So I do know, a few people here. Well, I didn't know the Haitian before, so sorry about that. But I do know the Barbadian. I like his running form. Nice. Looks nice, yeah. Oh, yeah. Looks good. I like his running style. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nice. Nice. No jinx, nobody jinx them, mama. Me not jinx them, but we have to speak positivity out there and say, yeah, Jamaica is good. We're ready. We're ready for it. What you mean? You know what I'm about? So look here, no, wake up them, wake them up, Diane. I saw this something used to go, wake up. We're ready now. Oh, I forgot about Samantha Hall. Let me go over there quickly. Samantha, come on, Samantha. Come on. Come on, come on. 63 at least. Come on, come on. Yes, sir. 63-32. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Overall track is she is in eighth position. So why did the person they in a 10th position they behind her? How that go? In front of her. How that go? 63-46. So how them put she in a 10th? I don't know how she in a 10th, but Samantha Hall right now in a one qualification position for the finals. Go girl! Go girl! I'm loving it, sir. Yes, sir. Don't get me wrong, track is other people that have to choose, so done and dusted. Other people still have their final round to go. So come let me see them gonna show me Samantha Hall. Come in like how me not even see one little visage of Samantha Hall. I can't even show me one little something. Mighty. No, sir. No, sir, ma'am. All right, so the preliminary is that it for the preliminaries? I don't even remember. I think that was the last heat. I think so. Yeah, so they showed all eight athletes now that have qualified to the first round of the men's 100 meters. So in short order, we will see the heats for the men's 100 meters. And usually I would do a video on it right away and make you know what I want, but to see what time of night, nobody in the upper watch nothing. So that's why we go stay until morning. Maybe, as a matter of fact, you probably don't get a heat video. You'll probably just get a semi-final video because, again, we're gonna be up early in the morning discussing this. So, yeah, it depends. It depends. It depends on what happens. Let's see. So Samantha Hall, guys, is doing it. She is doing it. Love it. Bahamas were 4x4 royalties once. What do you think happened to them, T? When you don't have depth, guys, if something happens to, one or two of the top athletes, then that'll go happen. Shawnee Miller Weibo took time out, started a family. She's trying to make her way back. She didn't get into the actual qualification for the 400 meters, unfortunately. So, the team doesn't necessarily have a four that is really strong. They have a few athletes that they can pull, and put there, but not strong enough to contend, I suppose, with the rest of the world, or worse, to qualify, right? 'Cause remember, first you have to qualify. So that means going to the world relays, and I don't think I recall seeing Bahamas with a mixed 4x4 at the world relays. So it means that nobody made themselves available to even qualify. Okay, so Samantha here. Yes, girl, come on. Woo! I want to see this throw. Come, girl. I want to see that exuberance and that jubilation when you realize that you're throw big enough. Come on. Yes, I love the scream. Woo! Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm crying. You did that, girl. Woo! That is it. That's the energy we need. Woo! Yes, girl. Oh my gosh, she's in eighth. That's the energy. Wow. Listen, trackies. It doesn't matter how small the achievement, I will be here cheering them on. Hmm. Ah, okay. Let's collect myself. I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her, man. Oh wow. Yeah, she's in eighth. Yep, yep. Happy for her. And I'm happy they showed it to us too because I was just saying that, listen, they're not even like you one little snippet of the girl. And they finally gave us, and I'm like, yes, and they gave us that throw that made her, put her into qualification. Let's go check the list to see how much people left to throw because you know that things can go. So we have, what's this? One, two, position. Oh, this. I don't understand what I'm going right to so. Hmm. Anyway, one, two, three, four, five. A few people are left to throw. Few people left to throw, guys. So there's still it can still swing. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed. She has no more attempts. She did the best she can. So let us see. Um, hmm. But something is confusing me though, and I don't understand. What does O stand for? This is place. What does this O stand for? Short. Is this the overall sort? I'm confused. I guess I should have clicked on the sort. Okay. Me no know. Whatever. That thing is confusing me. Um, what's my favorite hobby? Probably watching anime. Um, So she's in fifth in pool B, but eighth place overall. So remember, there are two pools from which they get 12 athletes, right? So you have to make sure if you do not throw the automatic qualification standard, which is 64 meters, then you fall within top 12. And right now, overall, when you take a look at pool A and pool B, she's in eighth position, but fifth in pool B. Yes, she dug for that man. I felt it. She dug for it. I love it. Um, T, they just showed her on the. Yeah, I'm seeing her. I'm excited. What's your favorite hobby, T? Crying. Listen, listen, listen. I have emotions, guys. You want me to be sitting here deadpan, just stare face and say, "Okay, she made it in. She threw 63. I watched the show. 63.4. She threw 63.32 meters. She's in with nothing, no emotion, no nothing. I did nothing down the like. I'm sorry. I can't be like that. That's not me. T's an anime lover. Yeah, I thought I told you all this a long time ago. Um, the betting odds have Tina for third. Let me tell you now, win no money. Um, Relay coming out. Yep, the relay comes up at. Ooh, I'm excited. 9. Yep. The relay. Okay, Team JA, let's go. Let's go, my babies. Okay, my. Oh, child, what did I just do? I don't know what I did, but yeah. 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 See, she's in 10th place now. You see what I'm telling you? That things can change. Listen, I don't know about that. I don't know about that scare me. Let me turn me back little because I don't want to see the comments. I want to see that mix 4 by 4. Because what am I doing this for? Let me go look over there. You really not start it. And they're back to the shot put. Let me go look over there. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. Group. It's finished now. They don't know. Let me see what she position she done now. Okay, so she moved down. She moved down one position. So I think that's 9th. Summary. Let me go look at the summary. Um, 10th. Okay, it's 10th. So she finished in 10th place, which is good because that means she qualifies. They take 12. She qualified. Woo! So Jamaica is starting out strong and they won. Samantha Hall qualifies to the discus throw final. Whoop. I'm here for our team. Ooh. All right. So she qualified, guys. She's qualified. She's back to the finals. I'll tell you all when is the finals. Me no know. Let's go to the let's go to Kaka. What going to Team USA? I want to tell earlier say when you dig a hole, make sure you dig two. Try not dig no hole for nobody, cause you are gonna drop in at the same hole. Okay. Fun and joke aside, no, I'm not the type of person that wishes bad on anybody. Y'all know this. I'm not, because I believe in karma. So me not wish nobody for nobody. But yeah, it's interesting that he's not at his best. And it's so funny because I watched an interview with what's that other shot putter that USA has, the one that always makes teams as well. And he said that not making the team, I believe he won. He win? I believe he won the shot put, sorry, at the Diamond League final. And I think he said that I was he in the press conference. I don't remember where I heard him do this interview, but he said that all everybody that made Team America just needs to make sure that they medal. You know what I mean? And they're strong enough to all medal, right? It's interesting seeing the likes of Otterdal go out in the heats. I mean, the qualification round. Why the athletes all up in the athlete space? Because we people them want to see everything. Even the disappointment we want to see. Yeah, we need to see everything. All right, so the mixed relay, come on, well, they should already, well, okay, they're back to shot put. Krauser automatically qualified as the defending champion, but he hasn't done anything all season, so we don't know. But he's the world record holder, so he can just come out, come ice something like a high 22-1 win. You know what I mean? So, yes, Samantha qualified. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Hey, tech savvy boss, what's up? 4 by 4 is on the track. Am I delayed? Is things delayed for me? Are you guys seen the 4x4 on the track already? Because I need to know when to not looking at the chat, because they all know I don't like when people spoil things. But can't enjoy a track when it's spoiled. Joe Kovacs, right? Joe Kovacs. He did an interview recently and he was talking about Team USA and how strong they are in the shot put. So it's interesting seeing Otterdal go out. But yes, like somebody explained in the chat, he seemingly has an injury. So again, guys, sometimes how you look leading into the championships is not how you turn up at the championship. So you have to take all these things into consideration. I'm a little bit behind. Okay, we're not doing this in 2025. I've come too far to be behind. No, 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 no. I'm gonna switch internet. Give me a second. Me want to see if me switch internet, if I'm gonna still be, because I'm actually not on the Starlink, with this laptop. I should have switched it to Starlink. I'm actually on the other Wi-Fi. I've come too far and spent too much money to be behind. Track is, I spent too much money to be behind. Let me refresh this page. I ain't playing games. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. It's showing me the opening for the 4x4. Is that what y'all are, the 4x4? Is that what y'all are seeing? All right, I should have switched internet long time. Why was I on the other internet? I don't even know. But yeah, I think I'm good now. See? I'm telling us I spend too much money for them behind and I'm not playing the games. We gotta see it. We gotta see it. We gotta see it when everybody's seen it. Come Jamaica. We got this. We got this pound per pound, pound for pound. We got this. But as I said, Europeans turn into ninjas when they run relay too. So we have to make sure that we add them across with T. You understand? But we should be able to do this. And South Africa as well. I forgot to tell you all about South Africa. South Africa has a really good young team as well. So keep your eye on them. So actually, we have to make sure that we know about this, because this is how I'm looking at it, right? USA, Jamaica, Great Britain, South Africa. I'm gonna name one European country I'll know. I'm gonna name one European country I'll know. Outside of Great Britain, I mean. Right? I mean those lesser what do I want to say lesser? I mean the countries like Germany and so forth. Right? Interesting. Hmm. Anyway, I have confidence in my team. Two shot put a drop out for USA. Allah you not tell. Oh, what going to I don't know over here, so which bad pan team Jamaica. I don't better go fix up on yourself. All right, come Jamaica, come Jamaica. I'm happy but nervous at the same time. I'm very nervous. Is there a way to hide the chat? Come, I don't want to sitting to me. I don't want to spoil me. I don't know how to hide the chat. I'll just turn my back a bit. All right, so they're in their blocks now. I don't know if y'all can still see my face. Okay, you still see my face. Okay, good. On their marks. So when it takes so long to start. Set. No, Japan. We're not do this. Okay, set. All right, they're off. All right. So far, USA has taken out the stagger and also as well South Africa. Jamaica looks like they're making inroads on Italy. But South Africa is running a really good first leg, and so is Team America. Based on the stagger, it looks like South Africa is leading so far. Jamaica looks like we're going strong against Italy. They're making some inroads. Let's go. But it is South Africa, it's USA, And Jamaica looks like we're kind of making some, okay, we're losing ground now to Italy. All right, let's see what the stagger looks when it unfolds. All right, so, okay, so it's, all right, it is South Africa, USA, Jamaica. All right, so Jamaica is right there. Come, Dejanay. Nobody sleep around the curve. Nobody sleep around the turn. Woo, sir. All right, it's one big bunch of people, track is. Mighty. Oh, no, nobody bounce me good Dejanay, no. Oh, no, don't bounce me, Dejanay. All right, so Dejanay is getting bounced around. Oh, no. All right. Come, Dejanay, hold your ground, girl. All right, so Jamaica is in fifth position. USA is in the lead. South Africa is there in second. Italy, Great Britain is ahead of us. Come, Dejanay. Push, Dejanay. Push. Oh, no, she can't find the gear. She's not finding the gear. Oh, no. Come. We can't be too far behind. Oh, John and Barnes, you have to go make up something. Jesus. So we're still in, what are we now? Fifth or fourth? USA leading, South Africa in second. Um, Great Britain in third, Italy in fourth, Jamaica in fifth. USA leading. All right, Italy is there. Jamaica, come on. Jesus, savior me. All right, here comes Zanjian Barnes. Come, Zanjian, you're finding the gear. Push. Yes, we're past Italy and we're getting close to Great Britain. All right, come, hand over. Come, my girl. Who is this on anchor again? I don't even remember. Let's go. I think it's Leah Anderson. All right, Leah Anderson, come. All right, so Jamaica is in fourth. We need to get into third. Alexis Holmes is leading. South Africa is there in second. South Africa seems to be making up ground on Team USA. Woo! They're making a run for it, but Great Britain is in third. And it doesn't look like Jamaica is making up any ground just yet. All right, here comes Leah Anderson. Come, girl, push. But Italy is right there on our heels. Oh my gosh. Come. Push, Leah. Here comes Great Britain taking the charge at South Africa. Great Britain has moved themselves up into third. Jamaica has fallen back. Italy has taken over. Oh no. Even Japan has passed us. Leah has burst. Jesus Christ, mate, Savior. Wow. 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 Our two women, unfortunately, did not carry the weight. And that was unexpected. That was highly unexpected. I believe that, Dejanay Oakley and Leah Anderson would definitely be able to carry their weight. That's crazy. Wow. 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 Damn. Somebody say, let the ass whooping begin. Lord of mercy. A week. Lord of mercy. No, sir. You can't make this up. Mm-mm. I'm still delayed a bit. Okay. I don't know what happened. No, sir. Mm-mm. Lord God. Yeah, we get bad things, make joke. Me can't even say nothing. I can't even say anything because y'all are cracking me up in the comments. Oh my gosh, Zanjan did his thing. Zanjan ran really well. Lord God Almighty. No, sir. I don't think Leah Anderson and Dejanay Oakley, it's track universe. I don't think Dejanay Oakley and Leah Anderson run true to form. I not think them run true to form at all. I don't think they ran true to form because we handed over third. On the first leg we handed over third behind um what's their name, USA and South Africa. Dejanay Oakley didn't take out the first leg like I thought she would. I mean, the second leg, sorry. Because you know that second leg is crucial and you have to literally run that turn and put yourself into a position, a strong position. I didn't think she attacked that second leg the way typically you attack second legs, right? And I suppose that was the first sign of trouble, but I still thought she would be able to bring it back because if you watch how she typically runs, especially like her individual 400, she tends to come on really strong in the last part of the race. So I was like, okay, she didn't give me the strongest first part of the race. She will be able to, make it up in the final ground by running a strong end. But the end wasn't strong as well. And then now into Zanjan Barnes, he tried his absolute best, got us back into contention, you would say. And then I don't know what to say happened to Leah Anderson on the anchor leg. Me no know. Me no know what happened on the ankle legs. Me can't even tell you no. Because if I look at these athletes pound for pound, based on what they've done so far this season, they're not better than the Jamaican them. Pound for pound, based on what they've run so far this season. So me can't understand. The first leg wasn't that bad, Tom. It wasn't that bad. Mighty Jesus. Lord of mercy. I don't think we ran a good first leg. I think the first leg was good enough. It wasn't the best, but I think it wasn't the worst. Um, Lord of mercy. Oakley burnout. Me no know. Me not understand what happened. Me can't understand what happened to Jamaica in other related. Lord of God Almighty. No, sir. This is painful. Good night. Lord of His mercy. Last place, Jaja, Chanua. Me never know what happened there, so. Me no know. Listen, the guys, pound for pound coming in. Leah Anderson has been running well. And enough people run sub 50 all season, And enough people run sub 50 all season. Me I tell you, say what Leah Anderson run and what Dejane, as a matter of fact, Dejane Oakley is a sub 50 athlete in the 400. One of the few sub 50 them coming into the championship. So she went into that field better than most people that are there. Better than the likes of Alexis Holmes, as a matter of fact. So looking at it from paper, that shouldn't go on. Me no know. Me can't even tell you now. And the thing about stuff like this track is there's no way to foresee that your best legs won't give you the best leg. You can't foresee that because you're looking at who is on form and you're saying this athlete is on form, this athlete is on form. I'm gonna put these people in the team. These are Dejanay Oakley and Lee Anderson have been running well. Who them did they go use? Who are they going to use if not Dejanay Oakley and Leah Anderson? Realistically, who them did they go use? If one of they tell me say Dejanay Oakley and Leah Anderson would be the ones still not do their part in the team, would I tell me say I lie me or lie una tell. Would I tell me say una lying to me? Me not utter shock and dismay. Mother, my mother, my father, my sister, and my brother. You were never expecting them to make the podium. Something not connect with. It has not. Me not think you have nothing to do with the relay per se. Me just think that something not connect with Jamaica with the 400 meters in a recent times. I'm watching every other country, their athletes. Yeah, people we are run 51 second, we run better than two athlete them. If me go pull up where if I let me all right, let me give you guys an example. Come me have it, me have to give you an example what them people are really are run. So now understand how they look coming in this what you call it? This 400, this 4 by 400 meters. What was that team called again? Let me go look for them there. Uh, okay, good. Boom. Oh, this is. Let's go to. Oh God, me not understand. The fastest South African this season around 51.10 seconds, slower than few two Jamaican them, and I'm talking about the women. So the team was good. The team shouldn't have lose out to nobody. That's all. Other than, as I said, maybe USA. Cause I wouldn't even put them behind Great Britain based on what is on paper. I wouldn't put them behind even Great Britain. And then let's take into consideration that even with South Africa's men, and their men are A1 this season. Let's make no mistake about that. Their men are A1 this season. A number of sub 44 athletes, sub 45 athletes, right? Even when you look at that in relation to how our men performed, they didn't look like they overperformed. They outpaced. Let's put it this way. They didn't look like they outpaced our men too much. So we should have still been in the runnings because even if the men give them something, the women should have been able to make that back up on their leg. If you get what I'm saying. So we had better women, they had better men. That makes sense? But our women didn't do what our women were supposed to do. And our men did better than I thought our men would do. Because I thought the men would probably be the weakest link. You understand what I'm saying? Cherokee isn't competing, guys. There's no way to foresee nothing like this. You cannot foresee this. Second leg look jet lag. Fourth leg was yeah. Dejanay look that's how I would describe it. She looked jet lag. If y'all know how people run that second leg on a relay, nobody's taking out a second leg the way Dejanay took it out. And remember, as I said, we handed over third. So, you see how life funny? We decide to leave out B team and run A team, and A team still not do nothing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, track is. I don't know what to say. USA won with a scrub team. No, no joke. Let me go look at how much, who are the two people? No. One person on that leg is really good. That wasn't a scrub team. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that because they always keep those two ladies on relays. You know what I mean? The men may not make the team sometimes for the most part. Who was the other man? Who were the two men? I don't even remember who the two men were for USA. So I wasn't even looking at them. Maybe just laugh and move on, yeah. Lord of God. This isn't about taking seriously. This doesn't have nothing to do with taking seriously. The team that they put out, in my opinion, is taking it seriously. But who could have foresaw that or foreseen that? Who? Me asking for a friend. You weren't expecting anything than last place in the heats? I'm not joking. Oh, it was second to last. We beat Canada. Me think I last place. Oh well. Oh God. No, I'm not bashing them. This isn't bashing them because as I'm saying, this was a good team. Like some of y'all saying it wasn't a good team. It was a good team. It was a good team. Oh, Jesus. Look here, Mr. Chronicles. You think I can over here and me just a chatter going and you don't want to subscribe? But it's not easy. What can go so? You try subscribe if you want to be here and comment that is. Not easy. I don't want to sit down over here and me sit down for hours a chatter go away and no give me nothing. I don't want to like the video. I don't want to subscribe. Thanks for the $2 super chat, Alben. The track looks slow and dusty. I don't know if the track looks slow and dusty. I know say Jamaica just, I don't know what to say. I don't know why athletes like, I can guarantee you right now, say if South Africa women did have a sub 44 athlete and a 50 low athlete, I run that the 4x4, they come and they run true to form. Me not ask you no. Me not ask you no. So uno keep talking about who should have run. A sub 50 athlete, 49, what is it? 6 from Dejanay Oakley and a 50 point something from Leigh Anderson is good enough for the mixed relay. It is good enough. They were good enough. Lauren, thank you for the 99 cent super chat. I appreciate it. Our locals listen too much to Burna Boy. As I mentioned, listen too much to Burna Boy. But I know somebody said to me, say, in the comments, say, we athlete them a dance too much. I wonder if the Japan people them over there, make people them use all the whole of our strength. Come me can't understand. Oh, that is mercy. I don't know what to say, guys. They were good enough. They were good enough. Me no know how if you explain this. This can't explain. This is not like last year where you could have seen my girl that run with injury. I know that she did injured and she still go out there and try. And this that. Guys, we handed over in third. Guys, this don't ask me if I think Dejane Oakley should take her spot in the 4x4 in the 400 meters. She earn her spot, make she go run. We're not have that discussion there. We're not having a discussion about people running, taking up their lane when they earn their spot. Um, me cannot understand. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed. I know that. Not guaranteed, but me just can't understand same way. Lord God. So not tell me say I did dancing make the people them lose. Because in the whole of the video them were going in are them people they are dancing now. For true, you know? Lord Jesus Christ, man. Don't tell me say the dancing do this. On the mean to tell me says really dancing to this? I never see one MVP athlete. I never see one MVP athlete. A dance. You are crashing out. No, but check is I have to how what you want me to say? I cannot explain it. It cannot be explained. It cannot be explained. It looks like they cannot get disqualified after they got qualified after they were in a automatic qualifying position. Lord of mercy. I don't see one MV I enjoy the festivities. I don't see them at one signing. I don't see them nowhere. Other than when I see the little Kishane video and a time I saw Tina boarding the bus. You don't see no MVP athlete. The man them are drifting at Tokyo. So look at me if you go watch the video then. If you go back go watch the dancing video then I see who everybody were in the dancing video. No a line cause Samantha Hardy didn't there dance. Samantha Hardy was there dancing and she come and she run and she performed well. Lord of his mercy, me not know if he say. Jack is it's that's all life go. It cannot be explained. It cannot be explained. Not care what me think about, me can't explain it. Because Dejane Oakley is a caliber athlete, and I think Leah Anderson is good as well. As much as y'all are saying you don't see her ever running a good relay leg, I've watched her indoors, recently running. She runs good to me. You know what I mean? So, I just want to think that way you have to sit down and say to yourself, say, yo, what went wrong? Like, worry and truly really go wrong. Mm-mm. This cannot be explained. Leah never warm up. I think Shelley showed up because she was obligated to make an appearance. Oh my lord. I don't know about Shelley being obligated to make no appearance, but I did see her in a few interviews as well as a one little training video, but me never see her dance either. Lord of mercy. I can't believe. And look how me sit down and said immediately them have little fun. Look how me sit down and said immediately them have little fun. Anyway, let's go over what's coming up in the morning, guys. So, which is Japan's evening session. Let's go over our. Oh boy, I don't know what to say. Me lost. Me confused. Me discombobulated. Me everything. Everything. So coming up in the morning at 4 a.m., we have the 3,000 meter steeplechase heats. At 4:30 a.m., we have the long jump qualification for, okay, and that was men, sorry. So the men 3,000 meter heats, 3,000 meter steeplechase heats comes up at 4:05 a.m. At 4:30 a.m., we have the women's long jump qualification. We have Akila Smith going there. Then we have at 4:55 a.m. the women's 100-meter heats. Then at 5:05 a.m. we have the men's pole vault qualification. Then at 5:50 a.m. we have the women's 1,500-meter heats. Then at 6:35 a.m. we have the men's 100-meter heats. Then at 7:10 a.m. we have the men's shot put final. Then at 7:30 a.m. we have the women's 10,000 meter finals. And then At 8:20, sorry, a.m., we have the mixed 4x4 relay final. So that's how things look for the morning session. And I will be back at 4 a.m. or maybe minutes before 4 to join you all to go through the morning session. We're excited, of course. As I said, we have participation in the women's long jump, the men's 100 meters, and the women's 100 meters. And yes, as I said, we are looking forward to that competition. Lord of mercy. I didn't have the medal in our qualifying. I saw nothing the team did bad. I made it delusional or something. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy. 4 a.m. Yes, 4 a.m. guys. I saw early championship are going. So yeah, I'll be here. I'm hoping that I'll see a bunch of y'all on live. As many as you all that can be up that early. That is. Before Cock put on him draws, I'll be here with y'all. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up now and just get some rest because it's gonna be long for majority of the days, right? So I'm gonna get some rest in preparation for tomorrow morning, and yeah, I'll see you guys then. Good start, I have to say. So good start for Samantha Hall. She qualifies to the finals. Congratulations to her. I'm happy for that. The mixed 4x4 guys, it just went wrong from the second leg. The men tried the best they could, and the women just didn't carry their weight. And sometimes those things happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes those things happen, and we just have to move forward. You know what I mean? Don't let that one moment damper our entire championship experience or try to cast a cloud as well over the other athletes that are coming up and their performances that we're looking forward to. So keep those things in mind, guys. And yeah, enjoy your night. Thank you so very much for joining. 515 people still with me at this particular point. I really, really appreciate it. The guys that turned up, liked the video, I appreciate it. The person that also donated as well, I appreciate that as well. You guys do me a solid, each and every time. And yeah, I love you lots, and I'm glad to be back in this space, and I can't wait to chat with y'all some more. As you all know, TXT Track Time, I come with the energy, I come with the vibe, and I am ready for round two. Evening session coming up. Join me then, guys. Love you lots. Bye.